It's going to pop up and tell you the link in just a minute, but I'll go ahead and give you a link right now just in case you guys want to be subjected with the most terrible sound of all, the sound of your own voice. Um, sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about it. It's a horrible sound in the world, but just think about, we all have to listen to what you actually sound like. And, think about us, man. We're such great people for it, aren't we? Anyway, I like to.
Can I do an
Anyway.
intake check here?
All right. Oh, sick burn, yo. Sick burn. All right. Well played. And let's get going with the story, guys. We are, what are we waiting for? Where's Tree? What you doing? Did he go do something?
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
get your,
I'm good.
yeah. We need to get you out here. Are you, I don't see a picture. Picture.
No, not quite.
All right. I have a lot of people in the. Where is he? All right, we'll just put him at the end then. Start rolling initiative, guys. Let's start with the first test, the first big test of all the tests. We're gonna roll initiative, guys. So let's get cracking. And everybody, if you want, you can click your token. Across the top bar, I have a button that says initiative there for you. I have a lot of macros here for you. I'd love to introduce the macros to you guys. If you, barring that, you shift double click on your token so that you can leave your token selected so that when you click initiative, it knows what to put into the turn order. It's the only way the Roll20 knows. But otherwise, just click your token. Initiative is up in the menu. Also, guys, have a look in the menu. There is the button that says look opposite. And you can dramatic chipmunk the shit out of the scene by dramatically looking back and forth at someone, and for great effect, I might add. So, Grem, there you go. Well, you rolled initiative, okay, but Grem, but you didn't click your token. You didn't click your token and then roll it from.
I don't have access to the map.
Not a problem.
On the app.
Not a. Can't. I don't know about the app, but here I want you to use that as a teachable moment, guys. This is what I do best. Click where, can you see the turn order? Can you click on the initiative, the 0 that's there? Can you switch that to a 15? Or do you need me to do that for you?
I think you'll need to do that.
Okay, I didn't know what you can see. Yeah, you can't see it? All right, boom. And yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about the app. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. It's it does certain things really well.
From going
okay.
back home, so.
Okay. There we go. We got almost everybody in. Now we're getting. All right.
Should Grim and I have rolled again since we both rolled 15s?
Well, what we do is we use your dexterity as the differentiating factor. So, who's got a higher dex?
I can't see this.
Mine's is 20.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you got a 20 dex?
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a 20 dex.
Okay.
Well, his is better.
It's not really. Yeah, he doesn't have a 5 dex. That's not possible at first level with Adventures League rules. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. This is what we got to do. Hold on.
Yep.
All right. Milo, did you roll initiative?
No, I have not yet.
All right. Chop chop. What do next?
Name Milo's unlucky. It's gonna be interesting.
Awesome. Here we go. All right, everybody's in the line. Got everybody in here. Milo's in it. All right, good. All right, let's get started with our introduction. Who are we all? Guys, the only way we can fulfill the promise of being able to create a co-created experience is to know a little bit about each other. Guys, remember, we are working at disadvantage. We are only working with audio. So we start out at disadvantage, guys. We need to be able to get a feel for each other, get to know each other, to really make these sessions really have meaning to us. And it's hard. So, and you've got only a little bit amount of time to work with. So first impressions mean a lot, and I hope that is really helpful to all of us. So welcome everybody. Okay, Krusk, I'm hearing some noises over there. What's going on with Krusk? Krusk, can you mute yourself? So guys, we got to be really sensitive to each other's because there's so many of us. If there's extra errant sounds, that can grow over time and become really problematic. Anyway, Push to Talk is your friend. Corin, let's introduce you. Who are you? What's your background with D&D? And let's talk about Corin. Let's, if you got a backstory, go ahead and perform it. And otherwise, tell us about his place of comfort and his want, and go.
Well, hi, my name is Christian. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a university student here in Denmark. I haven't really played that much D&D. I've only played some introductory sessions with Frank, and other than that, I've played a few other role-playing games. Not that much, but enough to get a sense of it. The Quarren here, he's a half-elf, and he was born to a high elf of a high standing in elven society, and as such, he was looked down upon and discriminated against his whole life. He hasn't had an easy life, so he learned to sink into the background and sort of blend in with the shadows. And as he did this, he got his day-to-day life got a little bit easier, as people wouldn't harass him and attack him or whatever. And as life went by, Corn became more and more adept at blending in with the shadows. And one day, he suddenly realized that this city that he's lived in his whole life, they're never really going to accept him. He can be sort of part of it, but never really. So he decided to leave it, to seek a place where he can fit in and make use of his skills.
All right. When you're ready, click end of turn, EOT. There you go. You got it. And Krusk, same prompt. Who are you? What do you love about D&D? What do you hope happens in a D&D session? And also, let's get into Krusk. Who is he? What's his place of comfort? What does he want?
Right on. I'm getting my PhD in remote sensing science in Oregon. I use D&D as kind of like it's something that I discovered rediscovered in the last year, and started playing 5e with some friends, and then here online, I'm just again trying to get away from my research and interact with some new people, discover some of these universes that D&D has to offer, and yeah, Krusk he's a half orc. He's come out of exile from the forest, where he grew up in a village, but it was destroyed, and he came across like a single glove that was so big it must have belonged to a giant. So now he's trying to figure out where these giants have gone that destroyed his village, and maybe like get revenge.
Sounds good. When you're ready, click end of turn. So one of the first tasks here is figuring out where the EOT button is. Click on your token. There's EOT at the top. There's also the purple mauve EOT button on the side there.
EOT.
EOT.
Sorry, where is it?
In the Roll20
I see my
chat,
token.
you'll see it.
Roll 20.
Yeah, in the Roll20 chat, there's one there. Okay.
Sorry, I'm really struggling.
No, it's fine. Sorry. Where are you looking at? Where are you at?
I see my token. I can
No,
move it
it's,
around. This is what you mean, right?
No, it's
No,
in
no, it's,
if you go to
in
the
chat.
chat on the right hand side of there's you see there's like a purple square, and then there's the two images. There's the image of your character and Quark
The right side.
in the chat box.
Of
In
Roll20.
the Discord chat.
No, in Roll20.
No,
I
in
see.
Roll20 chat.
Yeah, that's where your initiative is all working. Yep. All right, there you
All
go.
right.
Perfect.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you. All right,
No, it's cool.
no
cool.
problem. We all have to figure it out the first time, and then we're good to go. So that's
Yeah,
what this is all
I
about.
won't have any trouble from here.
Exactly.
That's cool, man.
All right, cool. Aaron, who's our next contestant? Um,
Yep.
take it away. Let's
So
introduce yourself. What do you love about D&D?
I'm
What brings you
Aaron.
to the table? Yep.
Wow. I'm Aaron,
And let's
27. Been wanting to play D&D for a long time. Finally started playing the last couple of games over the last month. I'm from Scotland. So about my character, grim, orphaned child, had to live on the streets, hence the roguish background. Pickpocketed the wrong person one day. Luckily, they seen potential and helped hone my skills, and that is why I'm trying to repay a debt that cannot be repaid.
all right. And when you're ready, click end of turn. That.
All right.
Hello. All right, and so
Uh,
yeah, introduce yourself. What do you love? And if you got a backstory, please read it. Go ahead.
Call me Reng. It's because that was my first character here. I've been with Frank's community for about a year. Uh, what I love about D&D initially was mostly combat, but I do enjoy role playing now. To enjoy all aspects of the game, so it's every day it gets better and better. I fall more in love. So let me go ahead and get into the backstory. This is Sato. He's a fighter. He's gonna go Eldritch Knight. I rewrote it a little bit differently. Curious to see how it flows. I stare at the back of my eyelids as I struggle to open them. I can feel blood dripping from the gash on my head. My kneecaps are busted and I can't feel anything from the waist down. Sharp pains coming from my sides as my internal organs are ruptured. My body feels weak and I begin to feel dizzy. I open my eyes to find Jock lying next to me with a sword through his heart. His blood puddle has already reached my fingertips. I turn my head away, and coming into view is a group of 3 goblins playing catch with Randall's decapitated head. Anxiety rushes through my body along with an increased heart rate. I search the room for Tara, but it's too late. She is lying across the room with her clothes torn off. She's being penetrated by multiple goblins in any orifice they could find. Her eyes are dead and hopeless as her head is turned towards me. Her eyes are locked. My heart sinks and I struggle to raise my hand to say stop, but all that comes out is a grunt followed by a mesh of syllables. It was enough to grab the attention of a few goblins, and they grabbed their weapon as they walked towards me. I don't want to die, I cried to myself. A cheery and confident voice echoes, I want to be an adventurer. 1 week earlier, I want to be an adventurer. The guild representative looks unpleased. That'll be 5 gold pieces, please. I hand her 3 gold and 20 silver pieces. As she finishes counting the silver pieces, she hands me a porcelain tag. This is your adventurer guild tag. Please hold on to it. You'll need it to accept missions from the quest board. Each quest will have the recommended rank next to the reward. Please start off with missions assigned to your porcelain rank. It's recommended to form a party for missions outside your rank. I thanked her, and excitement rushed through my body. I ran to the quest board and pulled the first porcelain mission I could find. I ran back to the representative. I'd like to accept this mission, please. She looked over She looked over the request and said, Ah, yes. You will be assigned to cleanup duty. After big battles take place adjacent to our city, we load up the dead monsters in a wagon and take them away to be disposed of, so we may preserve a beautiful surrounding. That shouldn't be so hard, I said to myself. Other than the repetitive, harsh physical strain of lifting the bodies up to the wagon, the job wasn't so bad. Sometimes you find some enemies still alive. There's no greater pleasure than sticking my glaive into their chest. gives me a sense of confidence that I'm a great fighter. Only a few days of being an adventurer, and I already have 6 kills under my belt. Something tells me I'm going to be a great hero. One day I woke up late from a night of drinking. The cleanup mission was fully booked. All the porcelain missions were taken, and I wasn't gonna be making any money today. I had to be smarter. I had to sustain an income, or I'll end up sleeping on the streets along with those other deadbeat adventurers. Hey, you! It sounded like it was directed towards me. I turned around to check. I knew it. You're a porcelain ring. I confirmed with the woman that I was. Would you happen to be a fighter class? We're in a desperate need of a meat shield, as she has a smirk on her face. I'm a fighter, but I don't carry a shield because my glaive uses up both my hands. Well, we don't have a lot of choices left. You'll have to do. You see, my party isn't also a porcelain ring, and we wanted to take on a steel rank mission. What does the mission entail? I asked. It has to do with clearing out a goblin hole. Well, that sounds easy enough. I told her I already have 6 goblin kills under my belt. She was totally impressed and said it was a good thing she found me. She took me over to the party to introduce me. This is Jock. He's our ranger. Randall is a monk and is proficient with mixed martial arts. And I'm Tara, the cleric. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you all, I said. We walked over to the representative and accepted the goblin mission. We light we light up our torches at the entrance of the cave. If I'm being honest, it was clear none of us have used one before. It took us um, a few tries. It took us a few attempts to get it going. I have to say though, we were all pretty ecstatic about being here. As we traversed the cavern, we were cracking jokes, poking fun at each other. Everyone was at ease and enjoying themselves. We saw a glimmering light in the distance. 2 goblins were sitting around a campfire eating their dinner. Having been unseen, we used this to our advantage and made our attacks. Jock fired 2 arrows into the goblins to slow down their mobility. Randall ran to one and I the other. We fought. He fought his in close quarter combat while I kept mine at bay with my glaive. Randall was able to get his goblin in a chokehold and snapped his neck. I was able to push my goblin back into the corner and thrust my glaive into his neck. We had gotten our first team kill, and we were screaming with excitement. Our laughter echoed through the cave. We began to carry on with the mission. The path began to narrow. I took point and led the way. We came across a group of 5 goblins. Both parties were caught off guard. I rushed a group of 3 goblins and I shouted to the party, I got these guys! Randall charged to the other 2 while Jock fired shots from behind me. Overconfident, I took a wide swing at the goblins to keep them at bay. The glaive hits the wall and the vibration caused my weapon to fly out of my hands. The goblins charged me and swept my legs. I fall to the floor and they begin to beat me with their maces. I begin to scream in agony. Randall yells at Tara to heal me and she goes into a panic, unable to say her blessing to cast her cure wounds. Jock, watching me getting beaten to death, loses focus and begins to miss his shots. Arrows, arrows ricochet off the walls. He finally lands a kill. When he reaches back to his quiver for another arrow, he grasps air as he realizes he is out of arrows. Just as he does, a sword pierces his heart from behind and he is instantly dead. Randolph shouts, how did they get from behind us? Tara, you have to heal the party. Tara is now on the floor crying, unable to pull herself together. Randall gets overwhelmed and this scimitar deals the final blow, decapitating his head. Goblins surrounding Tara begin to tearing off her clothes. I receive a blow to the head and get knocked unconscious. I stare at the back of my eyelids as I struggle to open them. I can feel the blood dripping from the gash on my head. My kneecaps are busted and I can't feel anything from the waist down. Sharp pains coming from my sides and my internal organs are ruptured. My body feels weak and I begin to feel dizzy. I open my eyes to find Jock lying next to me with a sword through his heart. His blood puddle had already reached my fingertips. I turned my head away, and coming into view was a group of 3 goblins playing catch with Randall's decapitated head. Anxiety rushes through my body along with increased heart rate. I search the room for Tara, but it's too late. She's lying across the room with her clothes torn off. She's being penetrated by multiple goblins in any orifice they could find. Her eyes are dead and hopeless as her head is turned towards me. Our eyes are locked. My heart sinks and I struggle to raise my hand to say stop, but all that comes out is a grunt followed by meshed syllables. It was enough to grab the attention of a few goblins, and they grabbed their weapons as they walked towards me. I don't want to die, I cried to myself. As the goblins approached me, I closed my eyes, terrified, accepting my fate. I hear flesh being ripped apart and blood gushing on my face. It is accompanied by screams, but they're not mine. I opened my eyes to find two goblins that were walking towards me were now cut in half. I could barely make out the dark shadow moving swiftly through the goblins. One by one, they were torn to shreds. I couldn't make out the hero's face, but I did see glowing red eyes and a black suit of armor. I could hear the sound of clunky piece of metal clashing into the horde of goblins. I began to faint. I wake up in a panic. Easy there, you haven't fully recovered. The healer sat me back down in my bed. Where am I? How did I get here? That much is unclear. The two of you were dropped at the city gates. The two of us? Where's Tara? I shouted. She's in the next room. She too needs to recover. I want to see her. I want to see her now. I stand up and begin shuffling into her room. Tara, are you okay? She was motionless, just lying there. She still had those dead and hopeless eyes. I called the nurse and asked what happened to Jock and Randall. You were two were the only ones admitted. I apologize, but I don't know where your friends are. That's right. To myself. How am I even still alive? Who was the Black Swordsman, and why did he help us? Weeks gone by, and I fully recovered. Tara recovered as well, but had given up becoming an adventurer, and I went back to living with her parents. She went back living with her parents. It was still unclear, and what I was going to do. I was sitting at the yawning portal, drinking and caught up in my thoughts. Why did I get to survive and not Jock or Randall? Is this God's plan? Does he have a purpose for me? What makes me special? Will their deaths be in vain if I don't remain an adventurer? My eyes begin to tear up, and I cry. Hey! I know that voice. It's Durnan. He's a platinum rank hero. Maybe will be able to give me some advice on what I should do. I pick up my head and look at Durnan. In a squeaky voice, I said, Yes, sir. In a stern voice, he says, Take those waterworks outside, to the fountain. I jolted out of my seat and I walked out of the tavern.
All right, all right. Taking my lines, man. all
So I
right,
just
all
gotta
right.
ask real
Mm.
quick. Are you
Yeah.
a fan of Goblin Slayer, the anime?
Yeah, it was the
Yep.
inspiration for it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
recognize parts of it. It was good.
The super extra gross parts. Yeah, he's just doubled down on it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there you
parts
go.
that it got criticized for.
Yeah,
I got it.
it
I
makes
got it.
my 4 lines look like crap, basically.
It's it's you guys got to see like when Detain shows up, man. He shows up every day. I
Oh,
do
definitely
introductions and
so.
he'll make up a character
Oh
on
yeah.
the fly and you'll be in awe when you see this dude do what he does. And you can't like hang out with someone like him and not like go, I'm gonna work on my backstory game because that's awesome. Because it's awesome when you get to hear someone give a good
Yeah.
backstory. I can't deny it. It's an awesome feeling to know these are the people you're playing with. So when you guys if you hang around here, I do these sessions, but I always am available to help people learn, workshop, work on your RP because RP is the core of the fun of the game. And instead of avoiding it, you just got to get in it, and we'll help you get there. Anybody has any problems with RP? Everybody who plays here gets better at RP. I'm trying to get better at RP every day. So it's a fun game to play, and it really expands the game to being something that is completely limitless. That's all of our hopes. So thank you guys. Thank you, Reng. And clicking into turn, Legacy Prime. Hesk, take it away, sir.
Yeah, Legacy Prime. Real name is Max. I'm 30 years old. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, in late 2018, and I've done a couple of games with a couple of friends. It's been pretty funny and entertaining, and wanted to try something new as well. And decided to create a Lizardfolk Ranger, and he's called Hesk, and he basically, Lizardfolk don't venture out of their swamps a lot, so the only reason he's out is because he was tasked by the local shaman to find shiny stuff, and there was a special shiny trophy he was supposed to find, and he's uncertain because the shaman was vague on what kind of shiny it was, so he asked the scared farmer, what kind of shinies do people have, and apparently coin is a typical shiny, so he found a job as a bounty hunter to gain more shinies.
All right, all
And
right.
that is his story. So, compared to the other guy, it feels like it's pretty.
Well,
Just wait
we're
till
all
it
in it
goes to
together.
Spain. You're gonna feel better.
All right, all right. And Milo, hello, welcome. Introduce yourself. What do you love about
Hello.
D&D? And tell us your story. Place of comfort and a want, sir. Anything?
I
Go
am
for it.
Tree, and I've been playing D&D for about 2 years now, and Dr. Frank's taught me basically everything I know about 5th edition, and so far I really like 5th edition. I like D&D not only because its combat system is rather fluid, but any idea that you could think of, you could probably do it within this game. You just need the right story and the right people to do it with. Like, oh yeah, you want to fly around like a superhero. Well, all right, you can do that. You got the fly spell. You have a flight speed now. You want to shoot lightning bolts. Yeah, you got spells for that too. Oh, you want to be a super bad A fighter. Well, you could do that in this game too. There's practically no limitation to what you can and can't do in this game. It's enough structure to build basically anything that you desire, but enough structure for it to be stable in even the most unstable environments in a way. And I am playing as Milo the Unlucky, a self-given title. He is a halfling wizard, and his primary goal is to effectively alter the luck of people around him. Milo has been living in the city streets for quite a long period of time. He's had his home, he's had his life. But the one thing that him and his family do, they don't have a normal job. But what they do know is how to gamble. They know high risk, high rewards. They know odds. They know plays. They know games. They know how to turn a single gold piece into 100 in a day. And so Milo learned from his parents how to do the same thing. All you need to do is go down to a place, find a hot table, and simply bet big. This doesn't really make sense until you look at it in gambling terms. Certain decks, certain cards come up more often than not, and you could tell which cards are good and which cards are bad. But not everyone could do this. You need a little help from fate, a little help from the divine, a little help from the goddess Tomura. Their family, over the generations, worships the deity of luck, believing that she gives them this divine power. One of the reasons why their race is known as one of the luckiest people in the world. And so, day after day, him and his family would go to these gambling casinos. Eventually, people would get wise and get smart, saying, we will not allow these people in our casino because they have to be cheating. They have to be doing something to walk out of here with tens, hundreds of gold pieces a day. And so his mother and his father unfortunately got banned due to winning from most casinos in the land of Waterdeep. If we can't go there, we'll teach Milo. Milo might be a little young, but he's pretty smart. He figures games out. And so when he was at one of these casinos, he found a kid that was around his age that was trying to figure out how to play this game. Milo walked up to him and stated, "Well, you want to play together? All right, I'll bet $1 or one gold piece on red. You could bet one gold piece on black. All they need to do is take this ball here and spin it." He's like, "Oh, okay. Wherever it lands depends on how much money you get, as well as it's a lot easier than you think." As game after game, they racked up more and more money. And so his friend looked at him in delight. He says, "Could you teach me another game?" He's like, "All right, pick a table, any table. I could play any game in here." And so he takes the table and he walks over to this weird game that only has two cards in it. And you hear people yelling, cheering. "Yeah, that's a great time. Oh, I lost big. Oh man, this sucks." And he's looking across all these tables here, noticing that certain tables have higher odds than others. He takes his friend and sits him at this basically massively high bet table. A 10 gold entry fee was a minimum bet. And his friend is like, "Oh, I don't have that kind of money." "Well, I'll give you that. We could play one round with a group of professionals. I'm going to teach you a few things." And so as the cards get flipped over, his friend's eyes just light up in awe and shock. And he's reading the cards, reading the table. This guy's going to split. This guy's going to bust. This guy's going to tap out. He's going to go big. If I could beat him, I win. It's like, yeah, yeah. Game after game, they lost, but they ultimately won. And they eventually walked out of the casino a grand winner, a grand total of plus 10, effectively getting 10 gold pieces more than what they walked into there. Usually a rare sight. Casinos look at that a little funny, but it's not bad. His friend was in awe and shock, saying, "I want you to teach me any and everything you know. If we work together, we could be the greatest people in the world. We can make millions of gold." And so Milo looks to his friend, saying, "Yeah, cool. I love that idea. It's always fun to play games more with people than by yourself." It's like, all right, so day after day, week after week, Milo would train with his friend John and teaching him, like, these are the ins and these are the outs. This is how you count cards. This is how you know where the ball is going to roughly land. This is what cards are going to come up next. These are the odds. It's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." It goes right over his friend's head. It's like, well, all right. It's like, come on. So day after day, they'd all go to these different casinos and they'd watch people play minimum bets just to experience and see if their math was right. Until one day they got better. They got
Do we lose him?
dang.
Tree, Tree, can you hear me?
In a second.
Hello? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Ah,
right.
there you go.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
All right,
why
take it away,
Discord
man. Take it away.
Discord
Yeah,
cut
keep
out
it
on me
going.
again.
All right.
It's been doing that lately for some reason. But yeah, as him and John go to these casinos, they watch and they figure out that their logic is true. And so him and John would sit at this table and bet a little and bet big. They'd have their tail, they'd twitch their thumb, they'd pretty much touch their nose, they'd shuffle their collar. These tails, certain people would know them, other people wouldn't. And one day, they came out with a lot of money. Came out with about, let's say, 500 plus gold pieces, a massive weight to carry around. People were looking at him real funny. You carry that level of money around, you're gonna have a bad time. But fortunately, they lived right down the street. Until one day, his John got the wise idea. Why split the money 50-50? When I've basically learned from this guy. I've learned from this guy for quite a long period of time. He's taught me every trick that he knows. I bet you I could go into that casino solo and come out with hundreds, if not even thousands, of gold pieces. I know the tales, I know the tricks. And so one day, John just didn't show up at his place. He's like, well, we had a meeting time, we had a meeting place. We could have fun, but we don't know where he went. So Milo went down to one of his casinos. John wasn't there. The next day, he went down to a bar. John was not there. On one of the third days, towards the evening, he noticed John sitting on a bar stool, sitting at a table with these two massive tritons standing side by side. And John is just sitting there in his underwear, twitching, being nervous, being very frightened about what's going on. He's holding two cards in his hand, looking at the table. Milo's just noticing him over his shoulder. And all he hears from John is, no, no, no. Oh man, just one more game. Come on, man. All I need is 2 more gold pieces. These two tritons grab him by the shoulders and pull him into this back room, into the casino, behind this iron door. Milo looks at John, but John doesn't see him, and he sees John just in this complete shock and awe, like he lost big. So Milo walks over to this iron door and knocks on it. He states, what are you doing with my friend? This iron door opens up and this massive triton pops out, stating, who are you? I'm Milo. I'm the friend that you just took back. Or I'm a friend of the guy. And so they open the door and Milo gets invited in the back. And he sees 3 of these characters here. 2 massive tritons and another smaller one sitting in a chair. Don't you worry. We'll be taking good care of your friend. He owes us a lot of money. By a lot, I mean more than your weight times 10 in gold. Well, what could I do to get him back? I need to get him back. He's my friend. I can't let him get harmed. Oh, don't worry. I'll make you a deal, boy. You give me 10,000 gold pieces. And that little bracelet of yours. I like shiny. What? This? Nah, I'm not giving you that. I don't know why Discord keeps dropping out. Milo goes to these casinos. One after one, he bets big, bets hard. He knows how to play the game. One day, one night is all you have to get 10,000 gold pieces. What are the odds? Not every one casino might have that, but you'd have to rob it to be able to get that level of money. But if I divide it up across 7 different casinos, over across of a certain games, bet big, bet this amount of money, the odds of me winning is rather low, but I do need to risk it. I need to save my friend. And so, as time continues, he bets big. He gets more and more nervous as his gold pile racks up. But eventually, he finally believes that he has enough gold. Right towards sunset happens. He goes back to this original casino, bangs on this metal door, and states he wants his friend John back. Metal door opens up, the Triton shows him in, and he says, look, I got your money. Give me my friend back. As time continues, they open up this bag and they count each and every individual coin just to make sure that they have their 10,000 gold. All right, you can get your friend back. But I hope you are aware interest usually sinks people into the deep, if you get my drift. What do you mean? You give me that bracelet, and I'll let your friend go. If not, we're gonna be hanging on to him a little longer. Milo's just looking at these two massive, like hulking creatures. Well, all right, I guess. So he takes one of his family heirlooms off, this bracelet that his family gave him, and gives it to the Triton. Says, "All right, fine. Okay, boy. You go in the back. You'll find your friend. Don't worry. We'll escort him outside nicely." And he gets shoved out of this iron door. He feels off when you lose a piece of jewelry. But in that moment, he notices something. It's not just about winning. There's people that win, and there's people that lose. Luck isn't just one way, it's two-way. When you lose, bad things could happen. When you win, good things could happen. And so he almost has this enlightenment. If he could help people win more, just get that little bit luckier, people get happy. If I could give a portion of my luck to everyone around me, they'll be that much luckier. People in here lose hundreds of thousands of gold, and people make a lot of money. If I could help them make just one gold coin, make them feel good for even just that one moment, why wouldn't I? Luck has to have some logic to it. Luck has to have some form of manipulative quality. If I could figure out how to manipulate it, then I could help people around me. If luck is like a scale, if I could add enough weight to one side, I could balance out the other. I don't care if I'm on the bad luck side. If I could take all the hits, I'd be fine. So he goes to his friend John, and he notices his friend John just covered in bruises, covered in just welts and scars. And he states to his friend, "I'm going to be an adventurer. They seem rather unlucky. It's like people in a casino. If I could help them get luck, if I could help them through the dungeon, if I could help them survive the impossible, why wouldn't I?" And so that's the end of Milo's story. I don't know how much of it you heard, because I kind of cut out twice.
I think we got the gist of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could help you get that little bit luckier, why wouldn't I?
Okay. All right, Mr. Porton.
Sort of
Well
expecting
played, sir.
double crossing.
All right, cool. When you're ready, click end of turn, sir.
Yep.
All right, now moving along to Thruda and Curricular.
Curricular. Like it.
I just mashed it up. Anywho, Mr. Thruda, welcome. Let's introduce yourself. And I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to give you guys switch up the your guys' names in Discord just so that everything links up. The main reason I changed the nicknames in Discord is so that it links up for us in on Twitch. So when people are watching on Twitch, they're like, "Who the heck is that person?" It helps. But
yeah.
we'll figure that out as I just brought that up because I just noticed it. Anyway, welcome. I like when people take on their personage, and I don't like to change it once they become that person. It's like, but at the same time, Tree has been changing his name every session, so
wow,
he's become amorphous. So there's
An amorphous blob.
very nice. And so Thruda, please introduce yourself. What do you love about D&D? And honestly, I'm looking at it right now. We are like way ahead of the game because I'm used to at 1:00 just getting started. So well played, everybody. Keep it going.
Yeah, I'm Crick. I've been playing D&D for a couple of years now. I enjoy the role playing aspects, the party dynamics, that sort of thing. It's all good fun. I'm playing Thruda. She's a dwarf paladin of Cord, but because of Adventurers League rules, someone else. I won't go over a whole backstory because I'm very aware that Reng's only got 2 hours and we're already an hour and 20 in. So she's an expert fighter turned paladin. That's about it.
All right. I love that story. Take it away, and we'll get your voice in the game as soon as possible. Quarren Land. Whoa, I think we just. Hey, what's happening over there? We're having a Foley session. And boom, we have gone all the way around the turn order, guys. I'm going to kill the turn order. Guys, we are now entering into the world of Waterdeep. This is the Forgotten Realms, so I want to give us a little primer on what that is and what that's all about before I just drop you directly into the thing. Here is the big picture of the thing. This is the Fey Run. I don't know how much you know about Dungeons and Dragons, but this be the Fey Run. You might be saying, where's Waterdeep? Well, Waterdeep is right down here. You might be aware of Lost Mines of Phandelver and say, hey, this looks like the Lost Mines of Phandelver map, doesn't it? You know, it does. It's actually the Acquisitions Incorporated first to sixth level adventure that they have that uses their own version of that map, and it's absolutely gorgeous. From Acquisitions Incorporated, I don't know if you're aware of them, but it's one of the things that I'm working on offering as well, and I like to use their materials. So you'll see me using their tokens and stuff, and some of their ideation. But more importantly, let's get into this world that we're in. We are in, guys, the city of an who was that black swordsman? Someone said earlier today. Yeah, that's right. There he is. Um, and and this is
Yep, you're
the
still here.
trail map of Waterdeep, the City of Splendors, when it was released back in 1987 by Mr. Ed Greenwood. Now, my world of Obsidian Bay that I started building here online about a year and a half ago, we folded that world of Obsidian Bay with lots of cool and interesting things. Actually, some of the things that we do in Obsidian Bay, Reng captured in his story as he did with his newest character. His newest character actually has one of his other characters saving his newest character in almost in a forgettable way, which I think is fun. So we're all building this story together. I think the idea of building a story together, the idea of our stories intermeshing, interweaving, started with the Forgotten Realms, and is a pretty auspicious goal to make. To say let's not just do what Tolkien did and make my world and make it mine. Let's share that experience. That intention, I think, is really endearing and is a great lesson for our time today. And so every chance we get together to get to play together and have people helping each other have a shared experience is really a remarkable thing to do. And Forgotten Realms actually predates Dungeons and Dragons. Forgotten Realms is writers like Ari Salvatore and Ed Greenwood putting together to throw this campaign setting into motion. And so that's what predates this world we're in. I'm still reading Ed Greenwood's latest book, Masks of the Death Masks. It's all about masked lords of Waterdeep dying, and his buddy Mert. Now, see, here's another neat thing. Ed Greenwood developed Mert when he was only 6 years old, and introduced him, and is still writing stories about him to this day. So I want to tell the story about Waterdeep, and Waterdeep is quite a significant place. Here, this newest map that I just pulled you into by the Troll Gate this is what Waterdeep looks like now. I'm doing shift pings to shift your experience, to shift your perspective to different places of my note. This is Waterdeep. This is the cliff watch. On one edge, you've got a cliff that overlooks the farmlands beyond, and then we have the market that exists in the castle ward. Lots and lots of great information is out there about this place. This is the City of Splendors. There's over 200,000 people, 200 nobles. A number of the nobles rule behind masks. This has been put into order since the time of Egharion. Now, I want to tell you the history, though, of this place and go all the way back since before people walked the land. Before there were people here in the Fey Run, this was an even more magical place, if you could only imagine, with elves and dwarves being the primary workers and people doing things and getting stuff done. Um, and when the elves ruled, they had an empire, and the coronel ruled here in this city, this was their capital city. This was the city Alien Thaldar. And when the Coronel decided, because his divination wizards had predicted that the onslaught of humans would do the thing that they would not let happen, the abomination that they saw was the half elf. So, all you half elves out there, I'm looking at you. You're an abomination according to these people. And
That's how he was raised.
exactly, and some people have used that in their stories. Well played. And this tension is now evident in our world, and the elves retreated to Evermeet, leaving the world of the Faerun to the humans that were coming, regardless of what they did. And they weren't into genocide, thankfully. Otherwise, humans wouldn't be here. So the elves retreated, destroyed the city that they had built, because who would let someone rule in their throne? No one. And they used silver fire and just used a lot of magic and destroyed everything. And when they did that, they burnt a bridge with the dwarves that they had enjoyed a great relationship with. The dwarves ruled below as the elves ruled above, is the idea. You'll see that parallel happening many times in this story of Waterdeep. There's sewer systems in the city of Waterdeep. Guys, show me one other campaign that has working sewer systems, guys. Come on, this guy Ed Greenwood thought of everything. Even Undermountain has sewer systems, guys. I mean, this guy thought of everything. Poop, that's where it is. But so the dwarves were left in the lurch by the dwarves. They'd been mining mithril from Mount Waterdeep, and the elves had been using it as their source of mithril, for chain armor that they use, that they love so much, that we all want to steal. And that's where it came from. That's why we're not getting any more of it, because they made it and they're gone. Haha, that's the story, and story writers are sticking to it. So when they did that, the dwarves were very angry and enraged, and they left their kingdom behind and started digging deeper and deeper into Undermountain, leaving behind a huge kingdom. And nature abhors a vacuum, and so does our fantasy stories. And in that space, Illithid and Drow and Duragar and these creatures of the Underdark started to fill in these places. And then when humans came here, they just knew of this place called the Well. And this thing was 40 feet wide and 140 feet deep, and it led to the beginning of a dungeon that was so dangerous that no one ever returned. And so they used to just use it as a place to throw their convicts when they first showed up. And that is a thing that happened. There's also, when the elves did destroy their city, they left behind a unique feature. They left behind a knot, some sort of a knot tied into the weave. This weave is the fabric of magic. The reason that wizards can cast spells, and druids, and all these spellcasters, are because the goddess of Mistra has organized things like spell slots. Yes, very meta, isn't she? But that way that works happens that way because ever since the spell plague, someone had to put order. So that knot in the weave is invisible, but is rumored to be there, and is the cause of some of the chaos that we see. Anyway, this idea of some place that no one could go was a challenge left for those who are listening for great challenges. And Durnan is one such person. Durnan and his best friend Mert, Ed Greenwood's buddy from back then that he made when he was 6 years old. Him and Mert went down into this yawning portal, went into this well, and came out the other side richer and more powerful than their wildest imagination. And when they did, Durnan took and invested some of his money into the Yawning Portal, a tavern and bar that he built right on top, and charges admission now for people to go down into this adventure. And they mostly die, or they come back with amazing stories and trinkets and things that he is the proprietor for. I might add also, guys, that this challenge was met 400 years ago. Durnan has been sitting on this Yawning Portal for 400 years. Somehow, a normal human stretching his life for that long. Something's up, guys. He and Mert are still running around the town. As I said before, Ed Greenwood is still writing about Mert in his story, so he hasn't managed to kill him off yet, guys. Let's see if I can kill you guys off right now. Are you ready to die? So right now, I'm ready to drop you guys into this world, a very dangerous and ominous place. I hope I've terrified you all with the awesomeness of the splendor of this city. Hopefully. Now, what we're going to do next is very different than what I've been used to doing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have one more I can't find. Oh, yes, there it is. Boom. All right, there we go. And boom, let's bring you to The Yawning Portal. Um, here we go. And this is where we're going to start. Um, now, what we're going to do right now, guys, is I want us to. I usually try to keep us in and in game as much as possible to keep the immersion. But because this module forces me to break us out into meta here, I've tried a number of ways to get around this, but there's really no way to get around it. So, guys, we are going to set up. This is a one of the parts of this module. We're going to set up. We're going to plan together. I need to do 3 things, guys, and I want us to do this. And it says have you guys do it on notes and then hand them in. All right, and in a way that no one can see it until you announce it. So I want to set this in motion. Maybe I'll use this over here. On this whiteboard over here, we need to devise for ourselves 3 things. One is going to be a villain. And you're saying, wait, you mean I can tell you what villain? Okay. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Stay fast.
Bam.
Ah, you beat me to it.
I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to go ahead and have to take him off the list, guys, but I'm not going to take anything away from you guys. Anything's on the list. We also want an interesting character. So I'm just going to read it from the module because I usually try to take things from the module and turn it into my own words just to be sure that I've internalized it. But it's pretty intricate and it's very precise what they're asking. So everyone, including myself, will now answer the following 3 questions without conferring. Write your answers on index cards, which we can't. Post-it notes, which we can't. Or scraps of paper, which we can't. Who would make a suitable antagonist for the group at this level? This character becomes the villain, all caps, for the adventure. Optionally, you can invent a villain that fits one of the roles you prepared. That leads to the next step. Pretty sure I know what role we're going to go into, but who you choose as a villain can actually change. Um, I can just tell you, there's multiple ways to run through this, and you can definitely affect it by these styling and your choices that you make as a group. So we're going to have to get into that. Now, also, who would be an interesting character for the group to meet in the tavern? And then also, what would be an exciting character development between 2 characters in this group? This becomes a role-playing challenge for the players. We'll work on that. I'd like to just hear. I want to put that. I want to leave that like it is and harvest from you guys what you think from those words. Believe me, guys. I hope this doesn't sound difficult. This is hopefully really good news that we can make these kinds of choices. Sometimes it feels like when there's so many choices at this point, you're like, wait, have you even planned anything ahead? No, yes, everything is very well planned out. And there's some specific choices. I've predicted certain things, but if you guys go a different way, I will readjust on the fly. It's absolutely in the realm of possible solutions. And I'm ready to roll. So guys, I think what we need to do is roll initiative and start planning out those 3 things. We need a villain. Um, we need an interesting character. Okay, I'm gonna put these over here on the sidebar. I don't know if you guys can see on the sidebar. Interesting character. And also, we need to get into RP challenge. So dance off to save the universe is one of the options. So this is going to be once in Waterdeep.
Oh, are you referring to one of us as a villain or someone?
No,
unknown?
I don't necessarily. Yeah, no, it's going to be just anybody. You could say David Bowie, for example. You could really choose anybody at all.
Oh, anybody.
So,
Right.
mhm.
Okay, cool.
So
Oh,
yeah, I mean, really, anything is anything, and we're just going to have that person be played, and I will have to play that person. So, I don't want you to worry that whoever you choose. I'd rather keep it outside the D&D canon. So, guys, let's get ready and let's roll initiative again. I hope I shift pinged you. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's roll initiative and get cracking. And we're going to just harvest some ideas about what to do with this adventure. Hopefully this is like, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. It should be a good way for you guys to see how this, watch me pull an adventure out of my ass, I say.
that's a good challenge.
Aaron G attempted to make a roll, but it didn't work out. What happened to Aaron G? Is that Grem? Aaron G?
Yeah, that's correct.
Thronda's down here.
Oh, Thruda is down here.
Yeah.
Why is Thruda down there? Sorry, Thruda.
I don't know.
I threw Thruda.
Probably crying in the corner again.
You're a part of the cool kids group.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, any villain, any interesting character. Wait, what was the third one again?
How do we
Each.
submit? How do we turn in our suggestions to that for the villain and stuff?
What I think I'm going to do is have us go through initiative, and we're going to make those, and I'm going to put those out there, and then we're going to vote.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it
Solid.
says we should use little tokens to vote, but I'm going to have us go through, use initiative, and you know how it is when you announce something, you kind of twist what other people are going to. They're more likely to agree with you. So I want you guys to have it prepared before we start talking. Is my main
Okay.
request.
Why don't we just all DM whisper you and then read our answers when we.
That's always a possibility too. It's just technically I have to make sure everybody knows how to do that. Come on. Is it working? Oh, I got the selected. Is that every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I need one more then. Who isn't
I
in it?
rolled an 8.
Who's I?
Graham.
Who is I?
Graham.
Grem. All right.
Yeah.
So boom, I add you in, and I will add your number. Not a problem. And 8. My computer is being very laggy right now. Come on. 8. There you go, like a big boy. All right. There we go. So we're going to get cracking. Hopefully everyone is. What does it say? Does it say to give them a few minutes? I don't. No. Let's get cracking. If you're ready, Milo. Let's get started with who you want for villain.
We could
Everyone's
pick
going to get one.
anybody, right?
Literally anybody. Yeah, anybody you want.
Literally
I'll find out.
anybody.
Stay puft
Yeah.
man.
Don't listen to him. He's an agent of chaos.
Wait, that's the guy from Ghostbusters, right?
When they were allowed to wish for anybody they want, that would be the doom, the destroyer of the universe. Yeah, that would. That's what I'm
You
offering
wouldn't
you.
harm anyone.
Take it away.
For a villain, I could pick anybody.
Right.
Yep.
I think we just covered that.
My
Yep.
neighbor Jim.
I'm gonna pick.
Fuck that guy.
I'm gonna pick Reng, the Black Swordsman.
Oh.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Yep.
All right. Well, here he comes.
Yeah.
We're gonna put. I'm gonna start.
character.
I'm gonna start doing as you guys are doing stuff because I'm always loving finding ways that I can like let you guys say stuff and I'll use those as inspirations to mess with the screen. So there is one. I'm gonna leave him over here. There's your vote. Oh, look, he's bleeding too. It's awesome. Yeah, when monsters take damage, they get bloody, and when you get damage, you get bloody here too. This is a really cool feature of these games.
It's not his blood. That's Goblin's blood.
There's Goblin blood, yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
All right, buddy. So, and also interesting person. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna pick a Roland McDaniels.
Roland McDaniels. Okay, that's
Yep.
somebody from our world that he knows of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has a little shop, and he's a little gnome with a clown outfit, and
Yep.
yeah. And
I-
I'll
I-
go.
I'm
I've actually got access to him. Yeah. I
Yeah.
still have access to him. I'll go fetch him. Okay, so that's
Let's see if I
interesting.
could bring in all the old
He looks-
characters.
Okay.
And an RP challenge. Wait, so state what is
Mhm.
what is an RP challenge exactly?
I want to leave it as it is written. I don't want to try to. If I try to tell you what it is, then I'm. So, what would be an exciting character development between characters in this group? This becomes a role play challenge for the players. So, I would say be creative, and I'll do my best to be creative to find a way to turn it into a game. I've got a lot of ideas here, but I'd rather let you guys come up with something and force me to come up with a way to gamify it. So anything you like, and you know of things we do. We do the fishing contest as ways to work on skill challenge exercises, stuff like that. So you can use something we know how to do if you want as well.
I would say an RP challenge. It would be a team versus team darts game.
Where we all dress up as
Oh
goblins.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what? Yeah. You know what? I like
Well,
the goblin idea.
but the darts isn't RP though. It's very much not an RP game. It does become that.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but I would like it to be pure RP and with
How
no
about
existing game structure.
how about to win in a drinking contest?
Oh no, not again.
Yeah. So drinking contests and those are all good exercises. But let's see. Well, let's see what we can do. I want something that wants
Yeah,
to
all right.
that just starts and stops with being an RP challenge. I think unfortunately for you, you've got way too much meta knowledge. So
Yeah.
maybe just skip this one. Yeah, that's okay. I'll
Alright.
take your input. I know where your
Yeah.
vote goes, but I don't want to influence the other players because they might come up with something super weird, and I might go, wait, I think I could do that. As what I'm hoping for.
Or you could have a challenge. Just we need to move a thing from point A to point B. We all have to
Okay,
work together.
so
Right.
that sounds good. Let's click end of turn when you're ready. Yeah, if you got the puns, you better bring them. We will roll psychic damage for puns, guys. I'm
Oh,
truly.
excellent! Yes, somebody else does it as well.
All right, take it away, Krusk.
Oh, all right.
Let's hear what your three
1d6
votes are.
psychic
Can you
damage.
see these options?
All right. So yeah, I see. You're gonna write these things down, right? I just talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
taking
cool.
notes.
So all right. So for the villain, I'm gonna go with the slight adaptation of the energy of the group, and say that the villain would be a giant white dragon called the Stay Puft Marshmallow Dragon.
All right,
And
I can do that.
then maybe the interesting character could be like a Mr. T type of jewelry, mohawk, pompous, kind of fun personality like that.
All right, I can bring in the Mr. T. I pity the fool.
And I don't know, the RP challenge, that's like the part of the game that I'm least familiar with, I think. So maybe the best thing I could think of is like some kind of engineering challenge that you'd have to like build a bridge out of popsicle sticks type of thing.
Oh man, that's it.
You know, well, actually, so the thing is, the fun thing about games, it's always fun to find ways to play games with this. Like in real life, you don't have a roll 20. So we're
Right.
kind of I can actually give you a bunch of sticks and you could actually move them around to make a thing on the field and conceivably, use it as some sort of challenge. So I see what you did there. I'll think about that. Build engineering challenge. Yeah, because I love those build engineering games online.
It's
Where
the
you get
best.
little
Yeah, it's the
segments.
best I could come up with.
I like it. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. If I could take those games and turn it into a D&D encounter, oh, that'd be the shit.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
train is crossing, is falling. You got to fight the goblins at the same time. Oh, good times. All right, click end of turn when you're ready.
Well,
all right, same thing.
For villain, I was kind of what could we go with Durden, the bartender, the keeper of the yawning portal? Just since
it's hard for a lot of reasons. He's a central figure in almost every one of these plots.
But then you said no wall starts. Because I was just thinking, like, he's sending people down there to their deaths, just living for 400 years. There's got to be some.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, I always make sure I introduce him with that weird spin on it. Like, what the hell is up with that?
If possible, I'd go with Durnan.
You can certainly try, sir. I would not recommend
it. For the marshmallow dragon thingy.
All right. Well, we're not voting yet. I want to. Right now, we're harvesting. You're supposed to have already know. You're supposed to have already made up your mind. Now, Reng is over there shaking his finger at me.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And for an interesting character, how about a very well-known bard that's just way too pompous for his own good?
Okay.
No, I don't know about RP challenge.
Does it give
I don't
give
know.
any examples of what this sort of thing is?
Absolutely not. That's
Maybe-
actually, yeah. I was really looking.
Maybe,
I was
maybe
like,
do
well,
some
they must
shady.
be.
Maybe do some
I
shady
was
stuff and
I'm just not sure
successfully
how
blame it
vague
on
or specific to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting. I've looked all over this thing for a list of villains they wanted me to pull from, but no, they literally are asking me to just say anybody you like. And the idea is the dungeon master is supposed to role play as them. So it's not going to be, spoiler alert, they're not going to get stats and stuff like that. They're going to be a person making things happen, and you probably won't attack them directly, but so yeah. I mean, unless I have to, I will definitely give stats. I'm definitely going to have to give stats to a safe marshmallow dragon now. Can you imagine his wet breath weapon? Just sticky goo that
That's
kills you.
frosting. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
It's deliciously horrible. Why?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It hurts, but I want more of it.
I want more of it.
But as for RP challenge, do some shady stuff and successfully blame it on another one.
I like that. All right. Find a way to do something and blame it on someone else. Good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, villain. Well, usually we always had the villain we always use is, or a character is basically Fidel Castro's fantasy equivalent, which is Fidel Crasto. So I'll go for
Okay. Fetal?
Fidel, Fidl, and then Crasto.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting character. I'm feeling the bard vibe, so it has to be some sort of bard. He has to be maybe sort of like a prince type, wear some sort of like gloves with gems on them, and they're like totally white. Yeah, just I'm all for the pompous bard.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. RP challenge. What do you got for an RP challenge?
Yeah, I was looking at these different things, and I saw two dinosaurs. I saw Peter and what was the other one? Danger Chicken.
Yeah. We do, as
We
a
have-
matter of fact, we have dinosaur races here. You can race a dinosaur. And before you ask, last time I ran it, I had 6 people around the fountain, and they voted. They split their vote. 3 wanted to do the drinking contest, and 3 wanted to race dinosaurs. And I was like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to go ahead and combine the dinosaur race with the drinking contest at the same time, and we did. And it's been freaking fabulous. It's the smartest thing ever. You can fit across the finish line, passed out drunk on the back of your dinosaur, because that's how the game goes. So, yeah, that's definitely an option here.
No, because I was thinking, it's like, Peter is a successful racing dinosaur, and he needs to find a mate, and the other one he seems to like is Danger Chicken, but she doesn't like him, so we have to find a way to make them.
How did you know? How did you know? Oh, guys, he's been hanging out with Peter and Danger Chicken. Damn. Well played, sir. Well played. So yeah, more your role playing challenge is to find a way to get the it's more like a dating game for the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And you, the players, help facilitate their dating. Yeah. Well, I got it.
Dino dating sim. That's what you got.
Yeah, and then we'll have to come up with some sort of the winner is the best combination of dinosaurs. Like, you know what I mean? After you have them mate, you'll have some hybrid of the two of them, and you'll be like, look at that. That's a half something and half Dimetrodon, half Tyrannosaurus. What would it look
that
like?
makes me think of there's a website where you can combine Pokemons and it spits out a horrendous.
I'm gonna
There you
summon
go.
Laptop. What?
Oh.
Lapras and Kabutops. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, horrible pictures of Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely so.
All right. Sounds great. Yeah, I like it. Dinosaur dating. All right. Maybe did you see D&D live this last event?
No, sadly
What
not.
they did with Avernus? Oh, okay. They did have a dating. The players had to help a night hag go on a date with a werebear. Anyway,
This is a good video.
I mean, really, they're fated for each other. Am I right? Come on.
Oh yeah, that's destiny right there.
if that's the kind of crazy shit that was Kate Welch's game. She's amazing. All right, Grem, welcome. Let's hear your 3 choices. Who do you want for your villain?
Well, I accidentally hit send earlier because I was trying to type them out, so that I just done it all at once. So what I said earlier about Jesse the Male Goblin.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. And
Oh, okay.
for the role play, a thief off. So rogue versus. In fact, it doesn't even need to be rogue versus rogue. It could just be anyone. I typed rogue versus rogue because we've got 2 rogues.
I like that. I like that. I've been wanting to have a very because you've got to do something to distract, and we've got a weird thing we do to do pickpocketing in the park, but I would like to introduce pickpocketing each other in the bar as a game because it sometimes gets to
No,
be
that's not each. So my
gamified would be
idea
fun.
wouldn't. So that wouldn't be each other. That would just be we would decide where you can pickpocket, i.e., the market.
It'd be like Robin Hood in a way.
Absolutely.
Well,
well,
the only
you'd be
difference
doing
is
it with
Just
people
to
that
split up into
consented.
teams and have like a thieving contest.
Well, yeah, but it'd be by consent. You'd be stealing from people who know you're stealing from them, which makes it more difficult, right?
Not necessarily.
No,
You just
so
go about the town, you split up, and then you meet back up later and see who has more loot.
Well,
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
yeah,
I'd
so
say let him talk.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it'd be
Yeah.
like if
I see.
we'll say, for example, we say right, the marketplace is the only place you can thieve from, or wherever the nobles live, and then that's the only place you can steal from, and you go from
Okay.
there.
That's
Of
a good
course,
thing.
you still keep all the wealth because well, who wants to steal
Oh,
shit
yeah.
and give it away?
Yeah. Sounds like fun. No, it's a good time. I've got a similar game. We have this. We pickpocket the cult of people who give people dirty looks in the park. And there's a cult of people who give people dirty looks, and they just suck. So we've always assumed it's really like fair enough if we go pick their pockets, and so we distract them, make fun of them, practice intimidation contests, and I do it in the park because I've always been afraid. The one component I'm afraid of, if you're doing it in the city, and you get caught. What do you do then? Because like I could end up sending all my players into jail, and then it's no more fun for me to have you guys be in jail. It is for you guys to be in jail. You know what I mean? I'm like I get to be in jail now. Great, thanks
out.
guys. Good job.
Just another kind of
Then-
PBK.
It's true. Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
where this came from was the last game I played. The DM actually let me burn down a marketplace as a distraction, just so I can steal fucking jewelry.
Yeah. I do let people get away with stuff, but you're always going to pay a price. And here's the deal with Waterdeep: you're not getting another Waterdeep. So a lot of shit players are used to doing in Westmarch's games. They're like, we fuck up. We're just going to go to another town. Sorry. Inside Waterdeep, there's a city watch. There's a city guards, and they're badass. There's also the Flying Griffin Army. The main thing that they try to do is, and even there's not even a thieves guild to rely on because the thieves guild's all broken up for reasons you'll find out about later in the game. But yeah, there's a lot going on.
Create a thieves guild.
Absolutely. No. Making a thieves guild is very much a faction concept in here, and if that's something you're interested in, yeah, we'll do that. There's a lot. There's so many factions in Waterdeep. I'm gonna overwhelm you guys with choices and options, and each one of you guys is going to really fit perfectly into one faction or another. You'll be amazed. But yeah, there's a lot going on with thieves in Waterdeep, and but yeah, I like it. But burning down a marketplace would definitely be some, that'd be bad. We had somebody burn down the Orc Slayers Guild, and it changes the world if you do it. But yeah,
Definitely so.
yeah. All right, when you're ready, sounds like you've got it. Thank you. Good going.
That was my two.
I'll show you what I've got. Yeah. The pickpocketing thing. Pickpocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it
okay.
was the villain, the pickpocket,
Yeah.
and what was the last question?
Just that's it. What's your RP challenge? And you've got an RP. You've got a villain, interesting character, and an RP challenge. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I'll show you. Hang out sometime, and I'll show you the pickpocketing game that we've got, and maybe we could jump into that later if everybody's interested. It's a lot of fun. A good practice for breaking line of sight, stealth, distracting, and picking pockets, of course. But it takes a lot, and it really is in a park where you're safe to at least make some mistakes. It's dangerous when you're in a town like Waterdeep. There is a code legal, and I do have a guy that will get very emotional as he tells you all about the beauty of the code legal. Anyway, Sato, tell me your three choices, please.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Sounds like you got a strike. Villain, I had a dragon, and interesting character. I was thinking of a Ron Swanson character that would be um kind of tough love on us on the group, and like we like kind of seek advice from him. But like kind of the whole Ron Swanson like personality would be awesome. Role playing challenge. The only thing I had was me and Sato and Thruda going from like just hating each other to creating a bromance over the
You are already prepared. That is great.
The pyramid of greatness. Yeah.
Sounds good. So Sato and Thruda, yes, okay. Versus sounds like a plan. All right, Thruda, take it away.
It's quite like mine. So for villain, I'm gonna say Pennywise the clown.
I like it already.
Oh man, he's going with a Tim Curry, man. I can't get it. I gotta vote for that too because of the Tim Curry, man.
For interesting character, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh man.
I just saw a picture of him recently. I died to show it to you. I'll try to find it. He's pretty interesting. And
As for roleplay challenge, I was gonna say something a bit like Sato's in that Druida wouldn't see him as such a child, but if I change that up a bit, realizing that Milo's unluckiness isn't the worst idea in the world. It sounds like a terrible idea, being unlucky.
Eh. I've seen bad luck. If I could take a little bit, if I could split that in half, that'd be a lot better.
Are you a lucky man?
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Do you feel lucky? Well, hold on. Let me take out my D20, my 2D6. Ah, darn, I missed.
You might be wondering what I rolled. Was it a critical one or a natural 20?
Let me roll my stealth and see if I can walk away from the situation. I just want to see someone do that in real life. I think that'd be hilarious.
Every time you use that character, all I can think of is
lucky man.
that. Okay, that's a great Bill Nye picture.
That's
an
hilarious.
experiment.
So yeah, I think that's my 3 things.
all right.
Oops.
Oh, I'm ashamed that nobody actually said Owen Wilson also as an interesting character.
Owen Wilson, man, I just saw him on. What did I just see him do?
Man.
He's great.
Is it saying wow at stuff?
Wow. Yeah, he's good at that.
He was on an advert for beds the other day. I was like, the fuck.
Nice. This is epic. Reng, how we doing? Yeah, Reng,
yeah,
how you doing?
I gotta leave.
Okay. So I tell you what, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna. Oh, who did the? Who got the Mr. T in there? Damn. All right. So Reng, we're gonna keep hanging out. We're gonna keep doing some stuff and things. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but we're just gonna keep doing stuff and we're gonna keep going on with this mission. This is a mission that we build as we go. And so I guess we'll start off next session. Ready to roll. We'll we're not going to finish this session in one session. Is basically what I'm saying. Each one of the things is predicted to take 80 minutes each. So that's not going to really happen. So we're going to do a lot of stuff. Anyway, take care, Reng. It's been fun to see you again.
All set. And all those who were
So, yeah.
here last week are now level 2. Congrats.
Yeah. So pay attention.
Just
We're
a
going to be
little
talking about points.
nothing.
Yeah, let's hang out
I
after
don't
the
feel I
session.
deserved it.
Hey, you guys were awesome. You
I have
guys
done 0
succeeded.
actions.
Wait, didn't you guys do the whole? We had another. Now, Lucky Man is
What?
great. You guys should definitely check out Lucky. That's who you want as your villain or interesting person.
No. I was just saying,
Referring.
my lady
Oh,
unlucky always makes
yeah.
me think of that.
Lucky man.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, no,
Tree should
but-
see it. Tree should see it for his
Yeah,
Milo
yeah,
guy.
I've actually seen that movie.
Oh,
So,
you need
yeah,
to watch. It's a
definitely.
series. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's awesome. You
Quite
need
the
to see it.
series, right?
Yeah. It's Stan Lee's. As far as I'm concerned, it's where his heart lives right now. He's got such an awesome story to tell there. Anyway, I was gonna say. Anyway, take care, Rang.
Bye, Rang.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right.
Yeah, so Pennyworth is villain. Bill Nye
Uh-huh.
is.
Okay. Let's start voting then. I don't know if did he make a vote?
No.
He did not.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get that part set up. I really, I was like, I'm supposed to jump from that to that to that. There was just no way I could see. I was really afraid that that wasn't going to be fun. And I was like, that could take up a lot of time, and I don't know if people are going to have fun. But you know what? I think by doing that process of devising the plot points that they've placed out here, and they have a lot of things for me to do. I'm secretly rolling dice right now, guys, based on some of these choices that we're making. But yeah, some of these choices are going to really change the mission, and it's basically the flavor that you're giving to these characters that's going to change how the scenario plays out. It's really incredible. Those of you guys that want to DM, I would once we've gone through this, I'll be glad to show you how this is. And this is a really impressive little bitty module that they did here. So I'm pretty proud of it. It's a lot to try to grok and do. Now, I want to go straight from where we're at to having some fun. We just lost Rang. And so I feel bad to move very far forward, except for let's finish what we started. I don't want losing someone to slow us down as a group either, and that's something Rang has agreed with. And he wants this game, but he's got to understand he's got a time limitation. We're not going to stop the session just because one person had to leave. So we do have to keep going. We do want to keep going, and we're going to. And that's the best thing about having Twitch is he can catch up with what happened later. So guys, let's go ahead and now let's go and do this next round. We're going to start voting. And so in order to do the vote, I'm going to bring you some things that I had just recently hid from the game, but I'm going to back a vote. Not that, just that right there. These little chips I've got. Bring some chips over to you, and we're going to use the chips. And we've got to first let's have our who's the contenders when we hear all the names. I'd like to kind of let's just I think you guys can all move these little tokens around, okay? And if you need more, just grab some of these tokens to represent your vote. We should maybe a unique one for each, or just know which one is yours. And then we'll add up how many tokens. That's what the module explained. Yeah.
Sorry.
Check the, yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
pick up the blue ones?
Okay. I'll go through and
Yeah.
make sure you guys have right
Sorry.
stuff. No, that's the whole thing is needs to be not a drawing. Change it to being this is like a lot of what we're doing. I like doing things like this. I hope it doesn't seem like inconsequential. Just the fact that we're able to spend time making decisions and doing things, and I'm getting you guys to interact with the screen. Those are all really important things for us to do as a group and just kind of get agency and ownership and understand that you can do things. I'm going to jump us into, I think, I got a little scenario planned to jump us right into once we've made a decision. So we can keep doing what we want to do, regardless of who's with us or who's not, because we can do that with anybody that's here. Okay, try now the little devil one. It should work.
Yep.
Boom. Yep. Now I'm going to make a bunch of those. Boom. I feel like Minecraft sometimes when I'm making these. So play with those. I love these little chips and stuff like this that we've got. They're so freaking cool. They're such a cool way to work with the game. I love to hide things on the map, guys. I can tell you right now, the game is still a voice game. I will always, once something
Whoa.
pops and some bad things happen, you'll always know that I warned you before it happened. You'll know, oh, he did say XYZ. That is such an important part of the game for me that I'm able to say a thing, lead you into a scenario, and then you remember, yeah, they did warn me about that. I think that's an important thing for a DM to, manage to be able to do. So I try to always telegraph what I'm doing without giving it away. So I try to be very ambiguous. With that being said, I try to be very my ambiguity is hopefully not too much. I think it could be an annoying feature for a person to have. So I hope I can be greeted. I mean in the best kind of ways. I'm not trying to be ambiguous, be annoying. Try to be mysterious. Is my own. Anyway, here you go. Now you got a dragon. How about that dragon? Try that. Let's see if we can play with that. Boom. All right. And anybody else we got? Can these guys move? Switch it to being a thing. All right. So now these little guys here are good. Boom, 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 boom. And I can get rid of this blood that someone left behind. All right, good. So I've just got a bunch of tokens laying around, guys. Let's use these. Okay, and I'd like for you guys, I guess I can, I don't even know how we're going to solve it. Guys, draw a picture then. Use the drawing tools and draw a picture of when you describe your villain, okay, and if they're going to make it, if you think your villain deserves to be in the top 3, let's put him there. Let's first speak to that. Or if you want to give your vote to someone else. You follow what I'm saying? So if you heard all the villains so far and you're still like, hey, I think my villain's the best one, make your case, and then also just place your votes. So now first we made our intentions. Now we're going to make our votes. So Milo, take it away. Tell us who you voted for
what?
next. Well, now we're going to do a vote. We're going to do one round
Yeah.
of introducing. Okay, now we're going to do the round of voting. And I think that's the smartest way for us. Because remember, guys, we're working at disadvantage. We only have voice. And the only way for me to make sure I'm guiding you where you want to go is for us to work together through this means.
You could
And turn order is the best way to do it I know of.
pick different people's suggestions and combine
That's
them
what
all
I'm
together,
saying.
right?
This is
Yeah,
your vote.
all
Yeah,
right.
you can give us your best vote right now, and we'll move tokens around to
Yep,
we
I'm
have the
going
option.
to vote for Torondo's Pennywise the villain. I'm
Sounds
going
good.
to
2
vote
votes.
for.
If we all get eaten by Pennywise, it's not my fault.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh,
vote
you're in
for
such trouble.
Bill Nye the Science Guy is an interesting guy. And
All right.
who had the stealing challenge?
It was Graham, I think.
Grim, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a vote on. Oh, I already used that one.
All right. Stealing. All right. Got it.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That'll be my 3 votes.
Excellent, sir. click into turn. That's how we do it. Yeah, this works. I was really afraid this was not going to be fun. I feel like this is fun. You guys having fun? Take it away.
Pennywise and Bill Nye.
All right, I
Those are
vote.
great suggestions.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I vote Marshmallow Dragon and Prince and Drunken. What was it? Drinking contest Dragon Race.
No, it was Dragon Dinosaur
Dragon
Dating.
dating. Yeah.
Dinosaur Dating. Yeah, that's the one I
Dinosaur
want.
dating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, if you'll help, I don't know what represents what over here, so I'm just gonna let you manage
Oh,
my
no,
votes.
no.
But you
Right
just
now-
made it even better with Drunken
Yeah.
Dinosaur Dating Sim.
No. You two get together now.
Oh,
what
boy.
do you here? Drink more, you get prettier.
You force feed alcohol to the dinosaurs. And
All I know is it's going to be con saves and animal handling, man. A whole lot of animal handling.
Ah, crap.
A lot of it,
Not
yeah.
that crap again.
And it puts a new twist on the word animal handling. And your turn, please, sir.
All right.
Well, I'm all for the marshmallow dragon.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with my proposal for the pompous prince bard. just because bards
Yeah.
are useless characters, and anyone who chooses to play them are
Ooh,
probably
what now?
Oh,
Oh,
so
man.
mean. That's as mean as
Dang.
squishing a bard's head on a daily basis. Who
Yeah, I
wants
like
that?
the Pompous
So
Bard as well. That's kind of what I want to vote for. What sounded like we were going to do like that character one, the Prince idea and the Pompous Bard. That sounded. Those are kind of. I like that. I'm on that train.
Yeah, you can
Pompous
see
Prince
like
the
a
Bard. Yeah, it sounds
push
like
for it.
he's.
I'm gonna bring him. I think I could twist him with some Bill Nye the Science Guy. You know, he
Yeah,
could.
I found a
You
good
know,
picture I
could
put
you
in the
imagine a
Discord.
Just
pompous
combine
bard, Bill
all the
Nye?
all the
Yeah,
options
yeah.
together.
All the
I'm
He's
options.
gonna
down for
be
that.
Bill Nye, the Magic Bard, or Bill Nye
Bill
Bill
Nye,
Nye the
the
Bard
Bardic guy.
Bill Nye the Science Bard, and he
Oh
plays.
yeah.
He's got a musical instrument like Prince.
He
Like fuck
plays
yeah,
like test tubes.
such a sick dude. All
I
right,
can only picture the Dave Chappelle version of Prince, where he's like balling on
Dave
at basketball.
Dave Chappelle's Prince.
The Bardic guy.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because it's not enough to play
Um,
Prince in your games. No, you have to play Dave Chappelle playing Prince. That's a very specific, recreation and voice. And I'm thank you for noticing. That is very important. Yeah.
when I proposed the Pompous Bard, I never saw it going this way.
It's epic. It's epic.
For RP, I'm down for the Dino dating sim.
You are sick, my friends. You're very
Oh, yeah,
sick-headed
you
people.
know it, man.
I got 2 on that. Go for it. I'm just taking notes on my notepad, so it's easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
Particularly.
For the villain, I'm also going for the Marshmallow Dragon.
Don't combine villains now.
I think our new creation, Bill Nye the Bardic guy, is going to be
Mhm.
what I also vote for. Uh,
What is this image supposed to be?
Triangle with you.
Pennywise the Dragon.
Pennywise the dragon. Oh
oh,
man.
good God.
You know what? Can I change my vote to Pennywise the dragon?
Oh my god!
Pennywise the
Oh
puff
my
dragon.
god! Oh, that's so
Oh,
shit!
no.
That's shit! No, you're right.
The
They are
clown
getting
tag.
combined. I am mashing them
alright.
together, dude.
Yeah,
Those are getting mashed
can I
together.
change as well? Can I change as well? I want to go
Oh
for
yeah. No, you guys are. Actually, I've actually decided it's more like I'm pulling levers and I'm mixing things together like it's paint, and it's all getting gooped together. We're not. There is never going to be a vote one way or the other. I feel you. Yes, you voted for one more squeeze of that into that. Yes, I love it.
But but we can vote for our own things, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, at this
Yeah,
point,
then
I want to call the first round harvesting, and then this round like conceptualizing and committing to it. So it's first time harvesting, now committing. Go ahead.
yeah. So it's now it's the Pennywise Dragon, Bill Nye the Bardic guy, and Dinosaur Dating.
Drink water here, dude.
Yes.
Bill Nye
yes.
the Bardic guy. Oh. What have we done to D&D?
Oh, Volo's gonna be.
yeah.
Volo's gonna be.
Volo's,
Volo's gonna be the. Yeah, Volo's gonna be the host. He's gonna host.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a show. I mean, I did put. If you guys notice, this bar. I set this bar up specifically for you guys in this encounter. I usually have this bar very differently set up, and I have a stage. Anybody knows me well knows I love my Durden and my yawning portal and my Gundagoot, my Deborah. They're all very important people. And but yeah, they've got a whole cast of characters we're dropping in here, depending on your choices. Like we change it up depending on what you decide. And but now we're gonna have to include Volo and the dinosaur dating game. God. You know what? Oh, you know what? Which dinosaurs is so here's the thing. Because it's not just so easy. Which dinosaurs can get it on? You guys are making bets on which ones can possibly, because otherwise they either fight or they, you know what. So it's like and we have to gamify the fight or you know what. And we're like, yay, we got a mate, and it didn't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't. But we're literally just trying to genetically engineer.
We're doing that whole South
We're
Park
basically putting rabbits and
It's
crocodiles in a
selective-
pit
yeah,
together and
selective
going,
breeding.
got it!
We're doing that South Park episode where they're trying to
And
get the
it's
pig and the elephant to mate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
well, it can
Oh,
only work
shit.
because Bill Nye, the
The
science
Bardic
bard,
guy. Yeah.
the science guy, yeah, Bill Nye. Anyway, he's playing this groovy music that really like confuses the dinosaurs and makes them wanna little. There's the only chance they're ever gonna mate is when he's playing that damn music.
Yeah, I
So
can
yeah,
just see it
that will
for
run
me.
into
He
that.
he sings his logic to you in rhymes.
Let me preface this by saying I'm for it either way, but are we talking
Yeah.
about humans dating dinosaurs or dinosaurs
No,
dating
the dinosaurs.
No,
dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs
Oh,
dating
shit.
dinosaurs. We're trying to
Dinosaurs
see,
dating dinosaurs.
like,
Yeah.
like,
We're not
yeah,
sick,
like,
man.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We're
You,
wondering.
you slowly walk up to Velociraptor Chan and
Yeah, we're like wondering, can this happen? Could
Like
will
stroke its
this
Peter
tail
and
happen?
and
Spike.
And we're
drip
like,
gently.
dun,
Peter and Spike.
dun. Yeah, and if it doesn't, you know what happens? They start.
Trying to pull out
The
the
shit hits the
saxophone
fan.
and find out what happens.
Yeah.
There's two kinds of Fs that can happen between them.
Exactly. We're just gonna play that game and see if it's a love connection or not. And the only way it could ever become a love connection is because Bill Nye's crazy music is playing, which we'll have to make up what the hell that is. Challenge accepted, and look opposite. Dun dun dun, and then boom, we guess what happens. And hey, maybe we can get a Triceratops Deinonychus hybrid. No, we're not.
Jurassic Park.
Never gonna happen. Yeah. If I can, yeah.
Jurassic Heart.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
We are so here.
Man.
Oh, this is so happening, man. This is gold. This is gonna be fun. Fucking at AL. Nice job, guys. So I'm super down. Here we go, guys. This is
Man,
pure new
you
hotness.
are on point, correction, man. You man,
So,
got this.
oh yeah, that's a,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
oh,
sorry.
Graham was fast.
Yeah, Grim, you're good. Good. I think he was highest roller.
Oh,
All
kite
right,
it.
we got it. So, any ideas? Go ahead. Let's see it. There's got to be his token, just minus the computer. Wow, nice job, guys. And I love the Mr. T, and keep on. All right, good.
Who founded Jurassic Heart?
That's
That
Crick.
was
Threw that.
I bow to you, sir.
Awesome.
High five. Have you guys noticed the look opposite? Oh yeah, this guy is not here. Turn order. And Thruda.
Saruda.
Wrap it up. I think you know.
Well,
where-
I gotta be honest. I think it's already decided.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll just go with Pennywise the
Mhm.
Dragon,
There it is.
Bill Nye the Bard, the Science Bard.
Bill Nye the Bardic guy. It's not that hard.
And then yeah, RP challenge. God, that's gonna be a freaking great session, dude. All right, yeah, go ahead and miss next
Well,
session, guys. Yeah, you know what I
we've
mean? Like
done
this is
terrible
how you
things.
make a session. Motherfuckers are gonna be there.
Oh,
That's
We've done terrible
guaranteed.
things.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a good time. Yeah, I was afraid that was not gonna go well. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
It says
That's
sex on
awesome.
it. It says sex on it. That is what? I know who that is. I can't say his name though.
It actually fits perfectly into the picture I just posted.
Yeah, it's badass. It's gonna go purple. I'm gonna go a little purpley with. Don't have to try and seduce everything in sight. No, they can play music, and the dinosaurs will try to seduce each other. Yeah,
Exactly.
nice.
You don't have to be beautiful.
The dinosaurs just jump.
To get a
road,
room at the
down road.
yawning portal. Yeah, good. So I think that just did it, and I'm gonna call it harvesting, committing to things. That is a great way to make decisions. Loves it. I like having things that we can do in turns. I'm gonna bring in a game because we did just say that we thought that pickpocketing thing sounded like fun. Well, guess what, guys? I've got just such a game. I can drop us right now into this little. Let's pickpocket the cult of people who give people dirty looks in the park, and we can get started playing it immediately. I do want to say we've been at this for quite a minute. Most of us, I've been here for 3.5 hours. Does anybody need to get a drink or stand up or anything like that? This would be the time to do it. I've got to set up a map and bring us over. I
Oh,
don't
all
have
right.
this map in the game, but
Yeah,
it'll
I'll
just
get
take
a
me a
cup of
sec.
coffee.
Yeah, I'll be back then.
Yep. All right. We'll be y'all who have been in this before might have seen this before, but it's an old school game of mine. I haven't done
Yeah.
it. I really haven't done it in a while. Have you done it in a while, Crick?
I think it was like the first thing I ever did, and then I haven't done it since.
Yeah, it's one of my trainings. It gets people to figure out how to do stealth and break line of sight to stealth. And once they do that,
I've never
man,
played a
I
stealth
never have
character
to.
while doing it.
But how many
Yeah,
minutes would you say for? So
anytime.
like
I mean, I'll be ready momentarily. I'll
Two and
just.
a half.
What do you need? Yeah, let's take 10 minutes.
Two,
It's
2 and
2:18. Let's take 10 minutes, guys, and we'll be back at it at 2:30. 30 minutes past the hour, whatever the hour is for you. So
I don't know how much longer I'll be on just because I gotta get some stuff ready for work tomorrow.
stop it. Get out of that work mode, man.
Oh man,
All
I
right.
wish.
Yeah, you got to do. They send you home with homework and shit, don't they? Over there. Is that a thing? No, it's an England
Not
thing, isn't it?
homework. It's not a homework. It's just
No.
I need to check some stuff because I got a meeting first thing tomorrow, and I don't really want to turn up and be like, so what are we doing?
I definitely understand what you're worried about.
Yeah.
As a DM, I have those every day. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I'm turning up to people that are just going to scream at each other for 3 hours.
Hmm.
That's a
Same.
fun morning.
Order.
Oh, I wish.
Order.
I wish.
They want you to solve all their screaming, don't they?
Oh man, they so do.
Do they? Yeah. I can imagine with lawyers. I always, as I've done a lot of work with lawyers with my um, computer consulting stuff, and
Hmm.
oh my god, yeah, what they have to tolerate is just insane. You want them to just twist the rules of reality? No, you did that. You have to deal with
Yeah, it's like, how can I pay less tax? Earn less money? I don't know.
it. Say no to money.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense. I can't not do that. Uh-huh. Say no.
Yeah, we genuinely had one of our clients say because she was complaining about the fees, she said, why is it that every time I ask you to do something, it costs me money? I was like, that.
It's right there in the word. You just
What do you
said
think
it.
we're doing here?
Oh man.
She got really upset because she kept phoning to ask us questions and we kept billing her for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I knew it was in the. I've already got the perfect one. One game.
But
I'm back.
I'd like to question the internet. Why is there already a picture of it as a dragon?
Oh yeah. Nice.
Well, like, someone's already had a reason to make that.
Stalker. There's a guy on Patreon that makes $2,000 every single image he makes. He makes pornographic Dungeons and
Whoa.
Dragons. Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. Look, he's one of the top dudes. He makes like $8,000 a month. I'm not even lying because he puts out one a
Whoa.
week, and they're beautiful. But he's got illithids just like doing all kinds of balls deep. You know what I mean? He doesn't hold anything back. There's like it's loads of slime in his art in his paintbrush paint bucket. I
Whoa.
think. Yeah, he has unlimited
Hmm.
slime. He is not giving a fuck. He really and
Casting
yeah,
great
he's
spell.
Man, what did I walk back into?
I
It's like, oh
mean,
yeah, I'll just come back here.
Back into.
I would say it's not what it sounds like, but it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really is
Well,
worse.
all
If
right
you
then.
Google, yeah, if you Google this dude, you'll. Oh my God, there's no.
Yeah.
What's his
Don't
name?
do it.
Yeah, for science
Pri-
reasons.
Private
For
browsing.
science.
I,
Come
I
on, we
got
got
private
Bill Guy,
browsing up
the
there.
science bard.
I
We
think
need
just
to do it for science.
there's only a few people. It's a very specific market, but man, they're doing really well. So, man, I need to draw stuff, man.
That's an insane amount of money just to draw pornographic
I
D&D.
yeah. No, you'd think it was,
I
but
mean, have you
people
met the
that
internet? I'm not surprised.
Oh,
have
yeah,
you
I know,
met
man.
the internet?
Rule
I love
34.
it was the internet was made for porn.
Yeah, that's true.
Grab your dick and double click.
Would you stop it? Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, that was one of the main reasons for the internet.
Well, it is. It is definitely. It's still half of the traffic. Half of the traffic. I think these streaming services make a big dent in that. But still, porn's crazy too. It's impressive. It's really impressive the business models that they've developed, man. Um, um, it's all very direct. It's like it's really, man, it's futuristic as shit. I can't believe how when you look at business models of the future, the things that survived the .com boom and bust, porn, still they outperformed every other business out there. They actually, benefited from the .com boom and bust hand over fist, mainly because their internet technology just got better and they didn't have to actually pay for it. .coms did it for them, so it's pretty impressive. We're in a really nice space, but yeah, it's just finding a way to plug in, man. It's really the trick. I am trying to find one character because they have this one thing they do that I want to show for one joke, guys. I've been working on this for like 5 minutes. I put a lot of work in these damn jokes. I hope you appreciate the stupid humor. It's really not easy.
But as we were discussing doing an Antarctic guy, I was basically almost
Yeah.
falling off my chair laughing.
I love that guy. He's so cool. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to spend a week researching him, get in his head now because he's good, man. He's a smart person. He's really. I love his. He just went off about global warming, and I'm so proud of him. So like, as a labor of love, I will take it on. He's good. Where is this stupid character at? So has everybody got something to eat and stuff and things? We're ready to
Have a
get back
handful
at
of
it.
ice.
Yay. Handful of it. That's healthy.
I'm just being a drink.
Lovely.
I got my oatmeal.
I've got a drink. I haven't been able to crack my. I got a beer ready for me, and I just haven't even had a chance to crack it yet. I've just been so busy with all
Just
these.
cracked one.
It's
It's my
been
day
great.
off.
No, these are yeah. Congratulations. No, these are great ideas. I was really afraid it wasn't going to go well, so I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah, I like that we're all
never
just
know
like
with
kind of
choices.
spitballing off each other's ideas. That's fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think any one person was ever going to stand up and say any of those suggestions.
Mhm.
That's
Absolutely.
fair point.
No, but you were like, oh, we can choose this stuff or we can roll for something. It was like, oh, and you got anything to do. It's like, oh, what can I think of? It was like Marshmallow Dragon, okay. And then you end up having Bill Nye, and he's a bard.
Yep, that's D&D for you.
He's gonna. Oh, and yeah, and I'm 100% sure you guys are gonna. And the neat thing is, we put these weird things out there, but the more you guys bring to it, because you know where they came from, it gives you much more agency. Like you're not, you know what I mean? You know how to mess with them more. So I like it. I like it a lot, mainly because I know when we actually bring these guys in action, you guys will be more. It'll be easy for you to interact with them because they're your creations. You guys definitely made that happen, and no one person at the table, did more than any other person, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like
But
that.
now we're gonna have to have Frank get invested in a Bard character, and he's used to squashing at Bard on a daily basis, so that's gonna be fun.
Well,
Oh,
Dr.
he-
Frank is a bard. Dr.
he
Frank
knows-
is a
he
bard
knows
warlock.
Bard, trust
So
me.
I make fun of bards, but bards are awesome, man. I love bards.
He knows Bard, definitely.
But I will.
Okay, you know what? I'm
I
gonna
want people to have
switch
vicious
my
mockery.
vote for a character
Uh-oh.
for
What do
Dr.
you mean?
Frankenfurter for us to
What do
meet.
you mean?
That
Oh.
like the
Oh, you
full
want to
like
meet
the level what 18
Level 20,
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
15 and 20, 15 and
Yeah.
5. Yeah, nah.
The super bard. Yeah.
It's
And then just introduce him to Bill Knight as the bardic
Oh,
guy.
definitely so.
Have a part off.
all right.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, I don't know how many people know this, but in Adventures League, you get a free trinket.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
How do you decide what that is?
You could either roll for it or just pick one that you like out of the player's handbook.
I'll roll.
Okay.
Makes it
What? You can roll for something in Adventures League? Whoa!
No.
Yeah,
As long
right.
as it's not how
I
you
got a
like it,
trinket.
I'm good.
I got a trinket table, I believe, in here, so we can do that. All right,
Oh,
and
yeah.
away
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, I picked mine already.
All right, one more minute, guys. We'll get ready to launch in. If everybody's gotten a drink or gotten some sustenance,
Oh, yeah.
or at least just stood up and done something healthy for 1 second, please. We'll get into these. Yeah, right. I built a standing desk, and I honestly I'm not using it much. I end up now I've got my yeah. I sat there. I was so excited about it, and but I'm using it when I'm not using my table. But right now I've got a table now, and I can actually run a game at my table and host like 3 people at my table. And so my real big plan is I want to have a game that's live and online, because what I found is the good online players have great voices, and you guys are going to do a lot to encourage people at a table to do more, right? And so we've got some really great voices here, and I think when the energy from the online can, because sometimes I can see it being difficult to role play in a live environment when you're face to face. I think we kind of, even though I say we are at disadvantage because we're at voice, but we kind of have an advantage because we're alone in our room. And if we act like a fool, we're the only ones that really sees us, if we're being honest. But more we get to know each other, this is definitely not a random
You
experience.
say that, but I
There's
live
the
in an
guy that's
apartment
screaming
complex,
at
and I'm pretty
all.
sure my neighbors can hear me.
That's true. And I want to also double down on, I can fudge a dice roll, I can change a dice roll, but the hardest part of D&D really is the RP, because as soon as you say something, you're committed to that. And if you say something stupid, it's going to be held against you. We try to loosen up that by working that muscle, we call it here, every day when we do little RP exercises and fun things to just get us talking to each other. Just being in character is a really good point, guys. We are now here. It's 2:31. As promised, let's get her kicking. You guys are standing out. You guys have heard about this park that most people try to avoid, because no one wants to go in this park because these cultists have just like started hanging out here. So you just usually avoid it. And the more you think about it, you're like, who the fuck are these cultists who are running around? We are the cult of people who give people dirty looks. And now you're also like, what kind of cult calls themselves a cult? Jesus, these guys suck. Is what you overheard someone saying about these assholes. And you also heard, yeah, but they're easy to pick their pockets, isn't it? Someone overheard that conversation while you're around the fountain. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna leave it to you guys to find. Tell me, first start out with, we're gonna roll initiative again. Clear out the initiative. I have to clear initiative every time we change the page, for a reason I'm not really sure about. But yeah, I don't understand, but that's okay. Through. Oh, I thought you were leaving. Not a problem. Um, and
Oh,
let's
I'll probably be
please.
in for like half an hour. That's all right.
Yeah,
All
keep
right.
keep up. Yep, good. Perfect.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying I was going now. I just said I might have to duck out in a bit.
Thank, good. Yeah, guys, roll initiative and we'll get started. I wanna kick into this with story, because I want you guys to have a conversation with each other about what you're planning on doing before you just start doing it. Remember, guys, we've got people that are watching on Twitch, and they're impressionable people, and they want to see D&D as a thing that they can understand and understand what's going on. So it's really great when you guys can just have a conversation in character. If something happens that needs a dice roll, guys, I'll let you know. That's my promise. I'm going to guide you to the kinds of things I want you to try to do, because as you know, part of this is just imagining whatever happens, but the other part is actually interacting with each other on a map and using that for specific kinds of advantages. So I want to remember that this is a game that is a voice game mainly, and I use the map secondarily. So whatever we can come up with in voice and what you and I can both agree that we agree on, that's what's going to win in um, um, any kind of debate. It's what we can. If we believe it, we believe it. If the map disagrees with what we think it should look like, what we say matters most. Okay, and that's what this is all about. This is a great experience to practice role playing with each other, and also learn the rules of hiding, breaking line of sight, stealth, breaking line of sight, taking the hide action, sleight of hand, pickpocketing, and getting advantage so that you can doing distraction so you can gain advantages to any and all of those roles. So this demands that a party works together and is also committed to doing some larceny at the same time. So different people have different attitudes about this larceny thing, and I love to let those fights play out on the stage of Dungeons and Dragons. So guys, take it away. We've got turn order. You've got control of your turn. Please go ahead, guys.
You need to add my turn order. I
Who is
rolled
Grim?
22.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. What'd you roll? You have to tell me what you rolled.
22.
All right. So he's going to go first. My computer is slowly dragging.
Are we missing one for initiative?
Yeah,
we're
I'm
missing
waiting for the
Graham.
computer. I'm waiting for my computer to respond. So I clicked. I'm waiting. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I might have to log out and log back in. Responding at all. I'm not getting anything else. Come on, buddy.
I rolled a 3, but I can't put it in there.
Well, roll again. So click your token and click it.
Token
Then you can always change it. Okay. Unless you're, I guess, on a tablet. Shit.
Oh,
What
burn.
foolish person would do that?
No, I'm not in a,
Fell
I'm
into
not
a
in a
well.
tablet.
No, no.
I'm not in a
Brad?
tablet. I don't know how to use the widget very well, but I rolled a 10 this time.
Okay. Are you in there?
Yeah. So now, if you
Oh, I see it.
find
Yeah.
find your
It's
name on
in.
the thing, you can change it to what it was to start with.
Okay, yeah. 4. Okay.
There we go.
Oh wait, no, it was a 3. Sorry. No, I want to be honest. I just forgot.
1 point of initiative doesn't.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. The biggest thing right now is figuring out how to work out these issues, guys. So I'm really happy we're all being patient with each other because it's all fun. All right.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm still waiting for the computer to log back in, so my apologies. Technical issues abound.
No problem.
People feeling lucky?
I think my character doesn't offer much in the way of dexterity, so probably my best contribution can be casting guidance, and like assisting someone with a check, or also maybe because I'm a big hulking half ogre, maybe like creating a diversion.
Got a half ogre and
Ooh, that'll work.
man. So
I mean a half orc. Half orc, I meant.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty stealthy, so
Yeah.
I can probably do my crocodile thing and swim through the crowd.
You're planning on swimming through a crowd.
But you
Watch
are a
them
druid
jumping in.
too. You can actually shapeshift. And
No, I'm not a druid. I'm a ranger.
I was talking to Crest.
Kresk is a.
Oh,
I
so
think
good.
you can't do that till level 2 though.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even shapeshift?
Nope.
Yeah, I
not
think
yet.
that's like you get it at level
I've been-
2.
we've
Level
been-
2.
Yeah, sorry, we've been doing everything at level 3 for our little when I first meet people. So yeah, first level, man. God, first level, rough.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got
Alright.
10 HP. I have 10 HP and no armor. Like, it's, I'm,
I
A
know.
slight breeze
Wait,
and you fall
whoa.
over dead.
That's why I'm like, I'm so scared to put you guys in any combat because it's like I can squish you and it'd be like
We
a
can do it.
TPK and
Why?
it'd be so depressing and it would be
Wait.
sad. It sucks.
What class are you? With the one with no armor.
I'm a druid.
I thought you got leather armor at level 1.
You can get leather. Yeah, you can do leather.
Yeah.
It's okay. But he's looking forward.
Maybe
to
I
showing
didn't
us
equip
stuff.
it or something properly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a second.
So Graham, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can always, and that's another big thing is we want to have all
Yep.
the chances we can to investigate and ask questions of each other.
Yeah, you
Roll.
get a druidic focus and explorer's pack, leather armor, a simple melee weapon or a scimitar, and a simple melee weapon or a wooden shield. As
All right.
red.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'll add the leather armor. I think I just left it out, so
Yeah.
that's a good call. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll have the leather armor, please.
But not
I'll have a
metal
leather
shield.
armor, please.
Oh,
Definitely
All
not
right,
a metal
guys.
shield, or you'll just explode or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, I want to first we're going to start this first round with kind of giving a story of what you did, what happened to get you to this point. Okay, I explained the scenario, but let's have some fun with that, where you can tell us just what did you do to get here, and what's your plans now that you're here. Before you do anything, just tell us what your plans are. We're going to go all the way around to the circle. I want to hear everybody's thoughts first, and then we're going to start doing stuff. How about that, Grim? Any things that happened between here and where you came from, what brought you to here, your ideas, and then what you want to do now that you're here, and then end your turn.
So I've came from a poor area, and I'm trying to repay off the debt that I can't seem to pay off, but that's not going to stop me doing that. So I came here in search of wealth.
Sorry, what I meant is just like in this scenario, we just like walked away from the yawning portal and found a little park inside the city, and we're just kind of like we're just giving a quick little meander through the city, and we're somehow you guys are a loosely confederated group. We haven't actually touched on that yet. I have a way of doing that, but we haven't done anything like that. But right now we're just kind of playing with our story. Talk about what do you want to do now that you're here? This was like your idea. So I was going to give you a chance just to embellish what are you thinking? How would you get people to help you do what you said you wanted to do? You wanted this pickpocket. So tell us a story about that. Tell us a story about Graham and pickpocketing. And I told you the story about the cult of people give people dirty looks. Do they sound offensive to you?
It sounds like something I would avoid. Full stop.
Yeah. So would you pick their pot? Would you? So you've heard the story. I've explained the hook. Are you interested? How are you interested in the hook that I'm offering? These guys suck. You want to pick their pockets. You got friends that can help you. You need friends to distract. If you're going to pick pockets, and we're going to try doing what you were describing right here in the park. But do you have a? Just tell us what it's like for you. What are you thinking about this now that your character is doing it? Tell us what you're thinking.
Not really my idea, but so at the end of the day, we've heard nothing but, from my understanding, these guys are Bible pushers, and my character being not a religious type, he doesn't agree with the cultist beliefs. So just here to pickpocket, take their wealth, and hopefully quieten them down for a bit.
Cool. All right. When you're ready, click end of turn. All right, Milo. What are your thoughts? We're gonna go around and just collect thoughts right now. What are you thinking? What are you planning? What do you want? What do you think about this? What's being presented here to the group?
I'm thinking these people need a little bit of help.
So why not help them? They could get in a lot of trouble here. They do outnumber us. I figured, well, if I could change their luck a little bit, help them get a little bit of money, it can't be that bad. We're not exactly in the city, so the code legal might be a little more lenient. If I could provide a distraction for somebody, I don't see why not. I got a pair of dice. People like gambling, and all you need to do is just get everyone's eyes on you, and you can have a lot of money really easily. If anyone wants to help me out with that, I wouldn't mind, but need help, I'm usually your guy. Or hopefully your guy anyways, but I might be potentially unlucky. That's Milo.
Click on a turn. All right. Resk, tell us about you. What are you thinking about this little shenanigans that looks like is going on? Are you where do you stand on this?
Well, Hesk is, he doesn't care much for pickpocketing, but he likes shinies, and I assume one of the other guys in the group probably said, we can probably steal some of their shinies. We can have them. And like, ooh, shiny. We like shiny. And then somebody, because it's supposed to be like, you're not supposed to get spotted, so he's like, his natural survival instincts kick in as he's going to try and, steal them without getting spotted.
Sounds good. Thruda, what do you think about this that is being proposed? It seems like as you've meandered with your group, what do you think about it?
Well, she's hearing about these cultists and, any cults like that. They don't follow the true god, Cord, or whoever I'm allowed to worship in Adventures League.
Wait. Actually, Thruda, let's play with that. Let's play with you love a god you're not allowed to love. And you're not even allowed to say
because
his name.
Adventures League says not to.
No, we're gonna
It's fucked up.
We're gonna have to make up who is the overarching corporation that we can blame it on. I don't know. We're gonna find some reason why your god has been, and maybe that's your goal in life is to find out why. Why can't I believe in my god? So
I mean, clearly my god's better than everyone else's. My god just punches things.
What? Nah.
All right,
I like mine better.
And she's thinking these cultists, that especially they got a bit of gold on them. Well, they clearly don't deserve it. So she's more than happy to, maybe not smack some heads around, but cause a bit of a distraction. Make sure these other idiots don't end up in jail. I mean, there's one bastard called Unlucky. I mean, why would you take someone called Unlucky somewhere like this? It's a terrible idea.
Well played. All right, and when you're ready, click end of turn.
I'm trying.
Yeah, right.
Up on me.
All right, Corn. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Corn,
what are your thoughts?
Having basically survived his whole life stealing from people, and that being one of the reasons why he had to leave home. Upon meeting this new group and finding out that the other rogue of the group has more or less the same story, he decides to go along with this crazy scheme to steal from people who give you dirty looks, because he figured that he can finally steal from a group that actually kind of deserves it.
Exactly. They don't even believe in a god. They just believe in giving people dirty looks. Exactly. What sort of religious basis is that? It's fucked up if you ask me.
Corn, seeing a group of people wouldn't mind people stealing from.
Unless
and yeah, they're like literally like their religious practice is keeping people from going in a park. Like these people are detestable, man. All right.
Unless that god is the god of dirty looks.
God of dirty. Wait, is there a thing of that? I haven't there's a lot of deities.
Yeah, there's a lot of gods.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, it's not. That's not the god. That's not the god that they are praying to. I will It is a thing. I've actually fleshed out a lot of fucking shit for the cult of people who give you dirty looks for no fucking reason whatsoever. No one cares. All they want to do is pick their pockets. But I've thought it all through, guys. It's a pretty fucked up scenario that they got going on. Anyway, Krusk, tell us what your thoughts
All
are.
right. I think Krusk is pretty still shocked that to be in like an urban environment, even though this is like a park, he views it as like an urban jungle. He is probably going like, this is really odd. I haven't been around a group of people in a while. Gonna have to cooperate for the first time, and maybe he's a little interested in that prospect. And also, he's like recently come to realize you have to buy things in this society with gold. So he's like on board with a way so that he can like indulge with like liquor and whores or whatever. And he
Because women cost money. No, that's it. Women cost money. Like that could be the core of your need for money because women
He-
cost money.
he's just
Yeah,
recognizes that everything costs money, and before he would just like forage, and he's used to very meager means, but at this moment he's recognizing this as an opportunity to like, it could be a stream of cash for him, which is pretty much vital at this point. So I think he's interested in like working however he can. He also probably like the fact that there's a lot of like bushes and nature around, it gives maybe some kind of advantage for how I could like assist.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll let everybody role play into the character as powerfully as they can, please. All right, click end of turn when you're ready. Let's start making actions. I'm going to keep the turn order going because I really like the rhythm that it gives us. Okay, first round of doing stuff. Grem, take it away. Talk to the party. Use your turn. In role play, we don't really need the role play turn marker to decide. We're not really doing 6 seconds and everybody's doing everything at the same time. We're actually just using turn order to make sure that everybody gets a chance to do something around the map. And before you know it, on this map, we're going to have like 3 groups of people doing 3 different things all at the same time. It's actually a shitload of fun. So, Grem, what are you going to do right now? You can address the party or you can go run after the bad guys. What do you want to do?
So I say to everyone, hold up here for a couple of minutes, and I look to who's our thief. There's another thief in the party.
I think he left, didn't he?
No.
Or is
I don't
Corn?
expect warlocks to reveal that they're warlocks. I don't expect thieves or rogues to reveal that they're rogues.
Is anyone here a
Oh,
thief?
yeah,
Yeah,
Who
I
steals
am.
stuff for a
Yeah,
living?
I'm a thief. You're under arrest. Oh no, you
Yeah,
cut me. No,
I expect
In
all
the
of
same
the. I
party,
expect.
I am speaking to the rest of the party.
Right. What's that? So is that what
Okay,
you're
we're in the
saying to the
same
party?
Yes.
I'm just saying. I don't think. Okay, it sounds like meta. So
I'm not a thief. I mean, I
yeah,
steal a bit, but
so
it's not a
just
living.
like get. I want you to
Living.
take your what I'm trying to give you is some instruction, okay? Because like I don't expect rogues to reveal that they're rogues, and you might be addressing someone who is as a rogue knows as a role player they're like, why would I reveal that I'm a rogue? I'm not going to say that's not common parlance. Okay, there's a
Oh,
reason
yeah.
that there's a reason that there's a thing called thieves' cant. You're supposed to use thieves' cant to talk to the thieves in a way that no one else can hear it. You're supposed to use those things. So I'm trying to help you not offend someone else at the table, okay? Because some of my players can get really offended if people act poorly. So go ahead.
Alright.
Do
Well,
remember if you
so
use these.
I just say that I'm going to give some symbols to.
Why don't you
See
try
what
this
I can-
instead? Why don't you try just role playing? Just get in a character. Say what you're saying as a person. Don't talk to me about what like I'm trying to get you guys out of this meta game and into the game. That's the real allure of Dungeons and Dragons, that you don't need to talk about it. You can do it. Be that character. Because every time you step out and are talking to me about the game, you're interrupting someone else who's trying to role play. So please get in character. There's no reason for you to be out of character for a second here, guys. This is a very simple scenario. You don't need to do any rules lawyering at all. This is simply tell me what you want to do and I'll tell you what to roll as the voice of God, but my voice doesn't actually matter. So please speak in character, be your character, and take it away.
So I am going to go ahead and gesture what I can see. I'm going to head into the tree and try and give everyone a heads up of who's what and where. So I'm going to head over to this tree here.
Just gonna like run off in the bushes. Okay.
Yep.
So guys, this other person is good. Sure, that's reasonable behavior for a human being to do. Okay.
It's fine. It's a halfling. They're not
Where
reasonable.
did he go? He just ran off in the bushes. We haven't actually, guys. Everything we've done so far has just been thoughts. You guys haven't actually communicated your intentions. So if you're expecting I'm just saying, if you want your party to help you, you're going to have to talk to them before you jump off into the bush and hide. You follow? Because you're hidden in a bush. Like they can't like yell at you. So why don't you spend this turn? Why don't you just like talk to your character? I want you to talk to your party. That's one of the first tests I have to do. So if you can't talk to your party, not being able to have a conversation in character is a problem. So please come up and have a conversation with the rest of your party in character, so I can at least check the box on my notebook that I have here on you that you can have a conversation in character. That's we have different places for everybody. Go.
So I want to go ahead and have a look, see what I can see, and gesture who is where and what we can do from there. Does anyone have any ideas of what they want to do if I do this?
Well, I could help you, like make them look at me. I could put on a little minor magic act. You really
I could kick the little guy. They'll sure to pay attention to that.
What?
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 Sorry?
No, I'm gonna walk over to you and like stand on your feet and try to like look up to you.
Bearing in mind I'm a dwarf, you're a halfling.
Corn just looking confused at the group.
Tall dwarf over here, huh?
Corn just looking confused at the group, turns to Grim and asks in the thieves' cant, "Well, aren't you supposed to be a rogue? How do you not know how to do this stuff?"
Sorry, can you say it again? I broke up.
That's a strange language that you're speaking.
Yeah, let's yeah, no, it does, and you have to like do it within conversation. But so Grim, let's end your turn. I think you're struggling with the RP aspects of the game. Moving tokens is only part of the game. You have to be able to create in conversation. Like I said, this game happens in voice. You have to be able to voice what you're wanting to do. Okay, that is what players are looking for in other players. I'm like I said, I'm always running workshops to help people get better at RP. So please join me. Click end of turn and let's go to someone else.
Yep.
Got a dwarf that wants to hit me. We got someone that's.
I said it as a distraction. I wasn't gonna hit you for no reason. I don't even have to hit you hard.
Yeah. I'll be up for it. Just don't tell me when it comes. I just don't want to prep for it.
Don't tell you when I'm about to hit you ever.
Yeah.
But I'm allowed to hit you whenever I want. Jesus Christ! I wonder why they call you unlucky.
All right. Yeah, I could help Thundra with the distraction.
Through the
thunder.
No, there's no thunder in that. There's no N.
Through the.
Crust can help you. But what is this luck you speak of?
Wait, what's what?
What is luck?
It's, how do I say it? It's a form, well, the way how I like to state it is that it's a form of magical energy that pushes and pulls against the odds. Basically, you have a 50-50 chance of flipping a coin on one side or the other. What are the odds?
Coins.
Yeah. Like, what are the odds of the coin landing 7 times on the same side?
You use luck to get coins.
In a way, yeah. In another way,
Basically.
there's an opposite of it too.
You can lose coins?
Indeed, you can. You
Well,
have a
this
coin
is a
on you.
strange concept.
Let's give the bad luck to those men over there.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah, all right. Me, you, and
There's 2 on the path. Do you see
yeah.
them?
Yeah. You could have the others.
They may have coin.
They do. Well, they probably do. You never know.
They definitely don't deserve it. Cultist bastards.
Nah, not really. Giving people dirty looks. Show you a dirty look. Ain't gonna be as good as
What
theirs.
was that sound effect? That's horrible.
That's me making a dirty look. You not see my not see
that
my
was
dirty
the
look.
sound, dude. Dirty looks do definitely need a sound, and that is
Yeah.
definitely the sound
The
of
sound
a
of
dirty.
Sound of dirty looks.
Yeah.
Grr.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a really cute dirty look coming from a halfling. Most like one of the least intimidating people possible.
I'm quaking in my boots. I am.
Yeah. All right. So who's gonna get the money and who's gonna be the distraction? Because you always need to do a sleight of hand job. You need 2 people.
Trust.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Sleight of hand job.
Oh, what?
Sleight
Sorry.
of hand job. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
hand job.
What's
You
funny?
need coin for hand jobs.
No. What? Did I say something?
He just-
What?
Oh man, that's a new thing. I it was right there all the fucking time.
What?
Damn
What?
it.
Like
Hand job.
what's everyone like? Is that not what we're doing?
Yeah,
It's a
sure,
moving
sure.
Yeah.
This
sure, yeah.
hand job sounds interesting.
Go
How
up to
does
the
one do
cultist and he
this?
says if he wants a sleight of hand job.
Yeah. What do you you know what? Give me a better name for it. Huh?
No,
Pickpocketing,
that's
thieving.
Pickpocketing. All right,
There's plenty of other names for it. I'm pretty sure.
Swindling, pilfering.
Yeah. This is Fighting
Alright.
Man all over again.
Hesk has hunted many humans before. This is an easy task. If
Whoa! We're not trying to eat
I
him.
don't, yeah, we aren't trying to like hunt them.
Oh.
no, but hunt shinies is possible. We don't need to kill, but hunt shinies is fine.
You're not gonna eat the shinies, are you?
No, shinies are for tribe.
Sure. I mean, I've seen lizard folk. They tend to eat things. People mainly.
I don't
Yes.
I don't
They
think
are
they're
delicious.
digestible, but I don't think I've seen anyone eat them either.
No.
So I think
What, should we distract these men and get their coins?
yeah.
So someone was to give a hand job to distraction.
Please never say that again.
Well,
Sleight of hand, yeah. You're trying to lift something off of somebody. Like trying to slide that those cards into your pile so you get a 21 instead of a 20. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, you lift person?
No.
This you have strange way of hunting things.
Okay.
Okay. Walk off.
All right. Well, all right. Who's team distraction?
I could try giving him a really dirty look. Maybe that'll give him a hesitation.
All right. I like that.
Corin
idea.
just grimacing at the mispronunciation of his trade offers to give him a hand.
With the job.
Yeah, guys, it's clear that you don't know what you're actually about to do.
No, not really.
You get
No,
affection
not at all.
I might have a trick or two up my sleeve.
Ooh, all right. I like tricks.
If you
So
want
someone
to
go
try
and
There are
simple,
someone
let's
else.
go and distract them, man.
well, before we do that, if you want, I could try just a simple set up a card game at the Rock opposite these two guys. See if that could get their attention before we reveal too many of us.
So distract with cards.
It's not a bad
So
idea.
we throw the cards at them. Is that what we're saying?
No,
And then punch them in the face.
What I could do is just place my jacket down, get my card set out, and just see if
Up some
any of them are
blackjack.
up for an easy game.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Strip poker.
What?
What?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what they want.
I'm more than happy for you to go up to some cultists and ask them for a game of strip poker. Either way, it'll be a good laugh.
Worst case scenario, we get to have a quick insight to how they are from my interaction before anyone else.
Well, whose turn is it? Milo?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
so confused. What's going
Are we
on,
still
Graham?
doing turns? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still
Oh,
doing
right.
turns, but you're doing. No, Milo's doing great. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Take it away, Hesk. What are you gonna do? I know, guys. I've done with like 1,000 players, so I know exactly what a new player needs, what they don't need, and go ahead, guys. We're doing a very simple role-playing exercise. Hesk, what are you gonna do?
Well, as a good hunter, Hesk suggests we separate the two weak ones from the pack. It is a good idea for a card game.
I
And
got
we
bad
can-
news for you, Thunder. You're gonna get separated from the pack. He's voting you off.
Krosk sees this strategy often in the forest.
Exactly. It is good strategy. Suggest Graham gets them to other bush and we can overthrow them.
How can we decide which are weak?
Hesk is good at hunting humans. Hesk has been hunting humans in Waterdeep for many, many moons. Hesk knows which ones.
We're not planning on eating them. Just so we're 100% sure.
Hesk promises. Hesk promises he will not eat the cultists.
The one on the right.
Yeah, even though he's a new player from Roll20 and decided to go lizard folk, he promised. We believe him.
Hesk says maybe finger, but nothing more. Not that. But if you think it's he tries to do the air quote thing. Problem.
yes. I mean, it's not really cannibalism. I suppose you're a lizard, but it's definitely not right.
Then Hesk will not try and take fingers from cultists. But Hesk will help in attempting to steal the shinies from cultists.
All right, take it away, guys. Keep it going. Who's next?
I might have to duck out now.
What's
Sorry,
that?
guys.
Hey, take care. Thank you. That was great. Well played, sir. And
I'll be like,
surprisingly,
I'd love to help you, but well, my God says I gotta.
Bye.
He doesn't even know who your god is.
What god is what? I don't even know what you said right then.
Just it's like every time I say the name of my god, all you hear is static. Like
Nobody hears anything. Yeah.
My insert god name here.
It's like you're lucky that smite even works here. God damn it.
Yeah, and he can't even use the sentence "God damn it" because he just.
Gosh,
it just sounds like static.
Yeah.
What I really love is that you allow me to keep alive my fight against it. Even though I'm doing Adventures League, you help me keep my fight alive against it. So, sir, I thank you.
By having a god that isn't AL legal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God that exists. It's
It's such a
awesome.
weird rule. But
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so.
it
Thanks for the game,
forces
guys.
the weirdness forces me to study it. Anyway, take care, bud.
I guess.
Yeah, good
So
night.
yeah,
Corin
All
just
right. What's
cleaning his
happening?
ears,
Warren, take it.
trying to make sure that he heard right. Turns back to the unlucky and the half orc and guys. Are you even sure how you're doing this? Do you have any idea how to actually run this scheme you're cooking up?
How to like distract somebody? Yeah, that's pretty easy. I'm distracting
But-
you right
but
now
I-
from that other thief, right?
Crust
Yeah,
can
but that's
use
not-
the bushes to his advantage.
Yeah, but
I
that's
will
not-
use the bushes and sneak behind them.
Well, what I can recommend from a previous experience is gathering information first. That always
It's a
seems to
good
work.
idea.
so blend in with cultists.
That might be a bit hard for you, seeing
Yeah.
as you're half naked,
Yeah.
half orc.
No,
Why don't
no,
you go
no,
do
no.
it? No, blend it with that. Sounds awesome. Do that.
Hess
But I
will
think you
go
might
and
be able
blend
to do
in
it.
with cultists. Oh, please, please let me go and blend in with the cultists.
Oh yeah, of course. Well,
Nice. That's awesome.
I have no experience
right.
with half orcs blending in, but I can't see how that could go wrong. So
No,
give it a shot.
yeah.
And,
Probably
as
They
shoot a
for
should
lot
be
of
distracting
good.
me,
Hey, Goran, they should be agreeable to new members, even if they're in the half orc variety, right?
yeah, of course, I'm a
Yeah.
half
Right?
orc
If they're a
myself.
proper fucking cult, they're always recruiting. So why not? Yeah, he might be able to just mingle in like one of them. He approaches you with the kind of gravitas that makes you think he believes he can do it.
And as for distracting me, wizard, the other rogue doesn't command much attention to begin with, so that's quite fine.
All right.
So plan is have half orc guy and Hesk go and blend in, ask cultists questions, possibly joining cult, then coming back with information.
Yes, I see that working out as a
Yeah.
good distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, so we pretend to be members of the cult.
No.
Or you
We
see
pretend to
yourself
be
joining them.
interested in cult.
Interested
Interested.
I might
for the coin.
recommend that.
For the coins.
Yeah, I recommend that you start off by giving them a really dirty look as you approach them, just to try it out.
Give them dirty look.
You know, if
Okay.
you
Do I need to spare?
probably, yeah, if you,
I go with Lizard Man.
Yeah,
I guess so.
That's
Okay.
dirty look. Do I need to, for dirty look, do I need to put dirt on my face?
no, what you do is
Sure.
I
guess.
already have
you
dirt on
put back
face.
your nose, you smile with half of your mouth, and you shut one eye.
He attempts to do it when you just see lots of teeth and it looks scary as shit.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it, Hesk. Now, go.
Yeah, there you go.
Krusk is just
Curse.
already covered in dirt and filth.
You're
I-
perfect, Krusk.
I put some dirt on myself.
Do I
and
need
leave.
more dirt?
Looking at Krusk,
All right.
looking at him
So,
from top to toe.
what are we gonna do? Let's go ahead and kill the turn order then. I think we're already out of turn order. I was gonna leave it going just to keep things going, but let's go ahead because I wanted to slow people down from just jumping in the bush. Guys, work together as a team. Let's see what you can do as a unit. That is a very important test. That is the test. If you didn't notice that you're entering now, go.
All right.
Okay, so
Yes, I'm on
Hesk,
distraction duty.
could you go and talk with the two down the road?
Yes, I will bring Kursk and we can talk with two cultists. Then I
Yes,
suggest
excellent.
we have sneaky people go and hide in bushes and hear what they can, or possibly steal from them while we have their attention.
Okay, come Lizard Man, we go talk to Cultman.
Well, I'm not gonna
So do you
reveal
want
my
me to go
tricks.
into this bush here, just
Right out the
beside
gate.
them?
Yes, hide in bushes. It's good way to hide in bushes. Then you can hear things.
All right. So if you're gonna hide in a bush, let me know if you're doing it, and then we'll have a roll for a stealth check
Um,
as you are, but you got to
So
you got to break line of sight from anybody. You can't. So if you're trying to jump in the bush, you can't let anyone see you jump in the bush, or else they're
Then
not going to be
in that
surprised when you jump out of the bush. Am I right? But if no one sees you jump in the bush, then there's a chance they will be surprised when you jump out of the bush, right? So that's the idea of jumping in the bush. But you got to know who you're going to surprise first before you burst into the bush.
okay.
Wait until Krusk and Hesk have got attention of
Well,
two cultists, then go and hide in the
before
bush.
we go any further, can we see who can we see from where we are? Because by us going to these two here, um, just in front of the bush in front of us, we could
So what are you
draw the
asking for?
attention.
What do you, I'm just confused with what you're asking for. What are you asking me for? What do you want me to tell you? Like you're asking
I'm
me
not
questions
asking
like
you. I
someone
was
who knows
speaking
how to play
to.
the game, and you're
I,
telling me
I was speaking to the
tell you.
party. I never went.
So are you yelling at the party, telling them to tell you what they see, and they're gonna like yell back as they walk around the corner? They're gonna yell back at you at what they're looking at. Like, doesn't that seem awkward to you? If that were a thing that people would do in real life, like if someone
Well,
did that, wouldn't that be like, wow, that's really
before you
weird?
killed the kill order, the turn order, I was actually waiting till it was back to mine, but it's
Okay,
killed
so
already.
if I thought you were new. If you're brand new, why are you so worried about turn order and stuff? Like new players don't usually give me that hassle. What is it you're trying to do? Like why don't you first start with what you want, and then I can try to help you get that. But you seem to have already figured it out, and that's usually the marks of someone who already knows how to play D&D and is expecting me to act a certain way, and I'm always confused when those
No,
players show up in my game. So what
no,
are you getting at? This is your first time at my table, so I'm trying to figure you out.
my turn was killed short so that everyone else could do their actions so that I could see what you were meaning about. Therefore, I was waiting till my turn order came back so that I could actually input again.
Okay, well, I don't really care about all that. I mean, I don't know what that means to you, but it means to me
Oh, it's
a whole
respect.
different
It's
thing.
not talking over people. That's what it was to me.
Okay, so I'm asking you for at least the fourth time. I just want to know what your character wants to do. You jumped in the bush immediately, even though my instructions were very clear that I wanted you guys to have a conversation first. Having a conversation in character is something I have on the front page of my game. My game promises that every player that I present to any other player in this game is capable of having a conversation in character. That's all I expect. I don't feel like that's a very hard bar to cross, and I asked you to do that. You didn't want to do that. You gave me a reason for not doing that, and I passed on your turn. I didn't know what else to do with you.
Yeah, you
So
told me
what
to
do you want
end
me to
it, but
do?
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm asking you very simply. Just tell me what your character wants. That's the simple ask, I think.
Before everyone started moving, I wanted to see who we can see where from so that we knew where blind spots were before we started moving. That's what I wanted to do. Everyone started moving. It
I
makes
mean, that's a
it's
very
irrelevant.
complicated ask. Like, why would you think that you couldn't see things that I gave you a map with all the tokens showing? Why would you
Because
assume
we can't
you'd be
tell
able to see them?
what characters are facing in what direction. Therefore, we can't see.
Right. You facing rules aren't rules in D&D 5e. You seem to know a lot about the rules, but you claim to be a brand new person. Tell me what the problem is here. Facing is not a thing in D&D 5e. Maybe you know that from 3.5, I think. And Path, I'm not sure.
No,
I don't
I've
worry about
genuinely
those
only
things.
played
I'm
2
just trying to
games.
role play. Okay, I
I've
just want to
genuinely
role
only
play here.
played
I
2
want to
games.
know what your character wants, and right now you're becoming a problem. Can you understand that? This is at least the 6th time I've asked you, what does your character want? And facing is not an answer. That's not a thing a person in life has ever told me is a want of theirs. So tell me what you want to do at this moment, and I might let you do it.
Oh, I wanted to go into the bush, but as you then pointed out, people might be able to see what you're doing before you do that. Hence, I wanted to then see who's looking where. But as you're saying, that's irrelevant.
I want you to have a plan with the people that are on the. You assume that these other people are part of a quote unquote party. You guys never formed a party. No one else knows what you're doing. You just simply ran in a bush, and that doesn't make any sense to other
go in the
people.
bush. They have just said they want the stealthier players to go in the bush and listen to what or judge.
I mean, I know what I said. Why are you telling me what I said? That seems confrontational. Do you see how that's confrontational? Because I know what I said. I'm not unclear on what I've said so far. I'm trying to lead the game for everybody, not just you. So what do you want to do to be a part of this party that's clearly got a plan and they're working it? With or without you, they're going to do their plan. So are you going to try to be a part of their plan or not? That's really what I'm getting at.
Clearly,
I'd love for you to be a part of the
planning.
party. If you can't be a part of the party, you can do your own thing. But this isn't how D&D works. It's not a single player game. It is a multiplayer game. 100% all the time. Never a single player game. There's no way one single player can win the game of D&D. Never. There's 3 modes that you have to have, and no single class has all 3. So, what are you going to do? What do you want?
Point.
What does your character want?
I'm going to need to watch what everyone else that I can see does before I make a judgment call, because apparently I can't do nothing right.
Awesome. I'm just going to put you on server mute, and we're going to talk later. Okay? You can. I don't know what to do with you right now, but I'm going to take you out of the turn order, though. All right, take it away, guys. What are you going to do?
Come, lizard man. Let's go talk to cultists.
Corin just quietly asking Milo, "Hey, do you got any magic that might help us in this situation?"
So as we approach the cultists, can I see anything about them?
Give me a second.
So,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. I would already be way ahead of you. Instead, I've had to do a whole other thing. So, Hesk and Krusk, you're heading towards these cultists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's like Land of the Lost all over again. Oh my God! It's so bad. And the other one. Oh, I can smell him coming. And I'm standing upwind. Oh no. He's getting closer to us now. Oh, dear sir, I say you're standing very close to me, and there's a very big paw.
Hello, church boys.
Hello, we are here to administer all the dirty looks you need. And then they both look at you, and because they're giving each other the help action, one looks at the other, and then drops a very and drops a very intimidating looking dirty look. He looks at you like that. Yeah, come thou at me, bro, he says.
That's one.
At the same time, Krusk puts one hand on each knee and bends down in a kind of a ready stance, and then just shoots a good dirty look back at him.
All right, let's see him. Come thou at me, he says.
Hesk will try and do that terrible look that.
Oh no! One at a time. Krusk and Hesk at the same time. Go ahead. Let's Krusk, roll him. I don't see it yet.
What do I roll?
It's intimidation.
I designed this whole thing just so you guys could fucking do it, because everybody wants to show up. I got to do an intimidation check. What the fuck does that actually look like? And you guys just showed me. But Hesk, what the fuck? What's that? Hesk, what is that? What did you do? Okay, Krusk did a proper intimidation check. I did a proper. What did you do, Hesk?
Hesk had he what was his name again?
Corin.
Yeah, Corin tried to show him how to do intimidating face. So he was like, one eye is half open, his mouth is like, the jaws are, again, sort of like half open, and all his teeth are glistening, but his tongue is sort of sticking out.
Yes.
It's like,
all right,
Chris, we
guys
know about your looks from the forest.
You guys both know when you guys do your intimidating ish, I'm just gonna call it ish look. You know you got fucking owned. You guys know that guy just put the fucking heat down on you, and they're like,
Chris says, we want to know the ways of the dirty look. Show us your ways.
You
Oh,
seem
he
to have.
says you need to seek my mentor. He will show you how to irritate people. David Frost and John Cleese, yeah? That is what we are here for. How to irritate people.
Kniggets.
This. Do they do silly walks as well?
What's the well? But of course, sir. How else do you intimidate? How do you else do you give people dirty looks and at wild abandon in the park if you don't have for yourself, and they do, a very silly step all the way around you guys. Never once breaking away so that you can claim that they were outside and it was in range of an opportunity attack.
Your
They
silly
step back and say,
dancing,
"Do
man.
you like my silly march?"
That's the silliest dance I've ever seen.
Exactly.
You know the ways of the silly walk. This is. We wish we must speak with Mr. Frost and Cleese.
Well, we're very busy in here. We're all full up with giving dirty looks. You wouldn't believe that the other day we saw two people making love here in this park. And you know what we did?
You gave them dirty looks?
I gave them a dirty look.
Seeing the cultist convinced and engaged in this conversation, Quarren goes over to Milo and pokes him on the shoulder and says, "Hey, we can probably hide in the bush now. They wouldn't notice."
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about it. I was watching them. They were out.
Yeah, I know. I was trying not to laugh.
All right, take it away. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna like
Let's go into the bush and make ready to steal from them. Seeing as they're talking with the other two.
Krusk tries to make a loud, dirty.
I'm
he
gonna
tries to do a dance to try to emulate what the cultists were doing, but just immediately falls down in the road.
No, not so fast. Let the dice decide. What do you do? A performance check.
Oh well, I want to make it like a calamitous thing, so I make a lot of noise so that the bushes don't distract him.
Sounds good. Still same story.
So what do I shoot? What do I do? A performance check?
Honestly, it's up to you. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to learn to use those skills as like words, literally just as they are. Sounds like performance. If you want to use performance, you can. You can use deception, right? The result is different, right? The result of a bad roll is the difference.
Okay,
so if you
I'm gonna try to impress him. I'm gonna try to impress him with a dance while also being really loud.
There you go. There's a difference between persuasion, deception, and intimidation. You see what I'm saying? Like those are the three big things. So you just go ahead and roll whatever you got.
Performance.
You rolled a performance, and you did a 12. It's a 12. So roll it and do your thing, and I will mark you as prone, sir. Condition prone. I want to. Always
does his best like Michael Jackson spinny move. But he doesn't do any of the like real like fast footwork stuff. He just keeps doing the move where you just like put your feet next to each other and spin around until he gets kind of dizzy and then falls over toward the guys and kind of like crashes into him a little bit.
There you go. I'm rolling you around. They're like, oh my, yeah, he's pretty fly for a white guy. They laugh. And yes, you've gone from prone to and he's still spinning. Good job, sir. If you click your token, guys, there's also look opposite. So you can also look opposite when you're dancing. So look opposite is super OP. It's one of the things you're only going to find here. And yes, you are definitely distracting. What's up, y'all? Who's sneaking in the bushes? Give me a stealth check. 2 of them, y'all. Are you wearing armor? Second question, is it mithril?
No, I am not wearing
armor. Are you wearing heavy mithril armor? Oh, look at Milo the Lucky. Oh, wait, I read that wrong.
I'm just like moving through the bushes and I'm just keep stepping on like branches and making it just gets progressively louder.
Mr. Cultist Man, I have a question. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go first.
Seeing this wizard doing a botching the job of sneaking through the bush, points the cast on the shoulder and like, hey, do some magic instead. That's probably gonna work out better than this. Leave the sneaking to the professionals.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Let's see. They're within range, right? Yeah, they are definitely in range. All right. I'm going to I'm trying to hide in this bush. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
Wait, in the bush? You don't have to hide in the bush. You're in the bush.
All right.
But yeah, you're in the bush. But you are gonna have to roll a stealth check to see if you're stealthy as. So what am I hearing? Krusk? Krusk, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got your
Yeah.
microphone in a headlock, and you're giving it the noogie. But Milo, you are stealthed in the bush. But before you approach them, of course, you're going to stealth again to see if you're quiet as you approach. If you succeed in that, then you can do a sleight of hand. Right now, you can do both of those rolls at advantage because Krusk is doing some breakdancing right in front of you. What are you going to do?
Okay. You said I could either sleight of hand or stealth.
Stealth is
Yeah,
what you should roll while you're stealthily moving through the bushes. Sleight of hand is what you should roll to pick a pocket. In case you have a proficiency in that, you can use it. But I'm not switching. I'm not flip-flopping some proficiencies, guys. I want you to be flexible
I have a
with
proficiency in it.
Again, you have to role play. You have to role play to get that. I want you to use your proficiencies when you can role play to get them. That's the best thing.
Why don't you show me how you do it? You seem to know a little better than me.
Yep. Good conversation between you guys. You guys talking to each other about that is great. And having it spawned by your actual proficiencies is good. But try to make it, I want you guys to make it very subtle and fun for people that are watching on Twitch, right? Some of people that are just watching on Twitch, people who are learning how to role play, people that are with us that are learning how to role play, they're all learning. So do your best, guys. You guys know what's going on.
Krusk, you are good at this. Let me try and show my sneaking silly walk. I shall attempt to do. What I'm trying to do is, that sort of cartoonish, like step on your toes, like sneaking. But
all right, and you're gonna fall down.
Well, yeah, sort of. That's what they're not falling down, but sort of like just trying to sneak, basically, and see how they react to it.
So you're trying to wait? What? You're trying to sneak?
No, but as pretending to sneak. If you've ever seen like those old cartoons, how they do the how they step, like tippy toe kind of stuff.
Yeah, I just missed the setup. What's the setup? Why are you doing
dancing?
That?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
He's doing a silly walk.
Oh, that's your silly dance.
It's my silly walk.
Sure.
So I don't know what we would.
I mean, what are you gonna roll? It's up to you. What do you want to? What? Look at your skills.
You know what? I want to try and do stealth with it and see what they think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth.
Sure, go for it. Just try it. Yep. Let's see what happens. Mainly, I'm looking at the dice roll. I hover over. That is not a silly walk, he says. He slapped you for 3 slapping damage.
I have much to learn. I apologize.
That was weeks ago.
That was a joke I worked really hard for when I was like, I'm working really hard for this joke. Yeah, that was it. I think it worked. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect me because my armor classes.
Whatever. Notice the damage type, sir. And there you go. It's slapping damage.
Awesome.
Look, show me where slapping damage appears on your character sheet. It doesn't. Spoiler alert, neither is neurotic damage. If you ever get neurotic damage in an attack, guess what? It's not.
Oh no! Am I weak to slapping damage?
You could be.
It's just gonna bruise your ego.
To slapping damage. Yeah, it's definitely ego damage.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It matters. That is not a silly dance, and he definitely demonstrates a silly dance. And let's see what he's got. He's gonna do his intimidation check again. That's all he's got. Straight up intimidation check.
Wow.
Yes, and he marches around and showing you how to properly do a silly dance saw. That is what the cost of one. That is what you get for the cost of one slap. You're welcome.
I thank you for your kind and gracious wisdom, Mister.
Oh, he might be a prodigy, huh?
Well, seeing as the cultists didn't notice Milo's horrible attempt at the stealth, Corin just slowly whispers to Milo, "Now I'll show you how to actually steal from people."
All right, yeah. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, if you can, just stay there and maybe do some magic or something.
All right.
Okay. See this.
He's getting in between both of them. Oh yeah, go ahead, roll your stealth check now. And you get advantage, but because of Milo's unlucky roll, yeah, I'm gonna roll a straight roll, sir.
Give me that stealth.
Oh, you get the 13. Oh God, what? That is just right near their passive perception, and yeah, you feel pretty good about it. You're gonna go for the sleight of hand check. No one's looking in the bush. No one's saying anything about why is that vagabond peeing in the
crap.
bush. Ah! All right,
Not
here's
one.
Corin. You slip your hand and into that pocket, and you find you don't find you're like, oh shit, he's got his gold pocket, and you find a hole in his pocket, Corin. And you
Oh
reach
no!
in. Oh, Corin, you reach in and you feel it's definitely gold in there. Maybe but it's feeling very warm and leathery, and it's even a little bit furry. Might I
That's
say,
not as
moist?
gold.
Yeah, you've got a hold of some jewels right here. You've got some family jewels right in your hand there.
Corin just not being really sure about what he's gripping. He sort of tries to get a bit of grip on whatever it is he's feeling.
So you want to grab a little?
It's definitely a sleight of hand job. Definitely.
You're doubling down on the nut grab?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh no!
Gotta do it at this point.
The one cultist grabs the other cultist by the arm and says, "How dare you! Right here in the park, you bastard!" Oh, as he just like screams out in joy. As you notice, he's full on erect. That's why it was so easy to find, because X and Krusk are dancing in front of him, and he's so distracted. He is just full tent pole. Like someone pitched a tent already. You guys are ready to camp out and get a long rest underneath this thing, okay? And you got a hold of his balls there, Corin. What are you gonna?
Well, seeing as the new distraction works out way better, he try to pickpocket the other cultist.
He finishes right there while you're holding him, Corin. That was a beautiful sleight of hand job check.
Yeah, but Corin then goes to try and pickpocket the
Corin,
other.
Well, right now, Corin, you're really not in a position to sleight of hand check anyone, because you kind of need a towel. And you need a moment to yourself. You kind of need to take a moment to yourself to regain your composure as a human being. Okay, because that cultist is right now in awe of what you just did to him.
Yeah,
while Trust and Hester are
half
dancing, and yeah, they're just like putting on such a performance. It's like you just now think, I just fucking actualized that guy's whole entire fantasy for his religion. If that guy was religious now, after what I just did to him, he is going to double down on any religious aspect of his life ever, because he just like lived every religious aspirant's full on fucking fantasy.
Which one did you fondle? The one on the left or the one on the right?
On the right.
Yeah, he's right in the middle of it. He's in spiritual awe. He's raising his hands and he's like, "I will devote myself to you, son. Oh, do I believe?" And you guys all notice he is professing his belief with a big old boner right under his
but they didn't notice
yeah,
did they?
He's not even holding back because he thinks the cultist next to him did it, which is like what they do.
Great. What happens when you roll a
21
on a sleight of hand job?
So Corin,
you need to go
take off. Yeah, you need to go take off and like take a moment to yourself to like regain your humanity. And Milo the Unlucky is actually not the guy you probably should be hanging out with right now because
Yeah, I'm just
his
looking at
relationship with
this like
humanity.
something really bad
So
just happened.
Yeah,
I'm
Gordon
just,
just
I'm just
looking disgusted.
watching
Like
from a
Milo
distance,
just
like
gives
I
him a
don't.
pleading look, like, please, please, sir, do something about this.
Yeah, you got some
And,
white
and he,
creamy
Yeah.
substance all over your hand. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that's good enough of a demonstration, Milo. I think you should be able to do the same now.
Is it? Have I been doing it wrong the entire time?
Oh yeah, yeah, you have. This
Yeah.
is the advanced thieving method that only experts know.
Well, you probably know better than me.
Yeah,
I
you
know
should
I know
actually be
cards and
paying me
dice,
for showing you such advanced
yeah,
techniques.
yeah. I'm just like looking at his hand, like yeah. I'm seriously questioning this guy. Like, right? Like, well, on the one hand, like he knows what he's doing. On the other, this result is
Yeah.
not what I
At the
Yeah,
same
expected.
exactly.
time,
It's like,
Milo, from your perspective, you saw the cultist like shaking,
yeah,
like
yeah,
from the orgasm he was having. So you
yeah,
know exactly what's going on.
yeah. Like that.
Yeah,
That was.
Gordon
And
just standing there like, you should pay me for for teaching you this.
and Krusk and Hess thinks he was just dancing along with them, but you know the real deal, don't you, Milo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird that he got a boner dancing with us.
Yeah. You. Oh man, I don't even know what to do. And I just like. I don't have a towel. I'll just put it that way. But I got a spell, but I ain't gonna touch it.
Well, you have clearly not learned anything from my demonstration.
Oh yeah,
I have to
All
demonstrate
right,
again.
all right, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna move over to this left guy over here.
Yes. Good, Milo. Now do as I taught you.
Do what? Put your hand in his pocket and like grab money, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah.
You grab it
Yeah.
hard, fast, and firm. Now do as I taught you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm like seriously questioning. He's like almost rethinking like practically everything that he's learned so far.
can you guys hear me okay?
No,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
he's
just
gonna-
I was having some connection issues for a second, but I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah, we hear you. No
Yeah,
problem.
he's gonna like see if he could like stealthily move to the other side of this guy here. He's gonna like, well, all right, like gold's probably in the pocket. He's
All
gonna see
right,
if
maybe
he
we
can,
could push him in the bushes.
He's gonna see if he could like slide a hand.
Okay,
The gold off this the left guy here.
the one who hasn't been touched in his private
yeah.
places.
Let's see what he get. Ooh, got a 20.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like reach in the pocket and just try to see if I can find like gold coins and just pull them out.
That's not gold coins you find.
Don't be telling me that.
You guys.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, we're up to you guys. If you're going, we're 40 minutes. 20 minutes from now is 4 o'clock, guys. So keep going, guys. What are you doing?
Milo
Yeah,
just.
I'm trying to steal coins from this guy on the left.
Yep. So
Yeah.
pick his sleight of hand. Yeah, you pull out of his
Yeah.
pocket. He is very distracted, what with his partner being very spiritually enlightened at this very moment for some crazy reason. He's found a new plane of existence he wants to live on. And yeah, you reach in his pocket and you find a pouch with 10 gold pieces.
Nice.
And
Oh, cool.
yeah, absolutely, isn't it? And are you going to try to get away? You need to roll a stealth check. You're gonna try to walk
I'm
away
gonna-
because you just reached in his pocket. Now, if you want to get away from him, you're gonna have to roll me a stealth check to get away. But
yeah.
you do have advantage on that because he is a bit distracted. Go ahead.
Wonder why.
I'm gonna move back towards
Mhm.
Coraline.
It's good. Roll it and let's see what you get.
See what I get.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, there vagabonds in the bushes. What in the God's
What?
name is this? What was it? Is it mine?
There we go.
Why are you asking?
A surprise.
What?
Surprise.
What?
I'm gonna like try to move away and do like prestidigitation in my hands, like it makes sparks come out, like surprise, yeah. We're a group of entertainers, yeah. We're gonna make some like bull crud lineup. Going to be yeah, you caught me. Oh darn. Oh no. Oh.
I feel like yeah, or people. I can't hear people.
But can you not hear
What's
me?
that?
No, I can hear you, but yeah,
Oh,
I'm
alright.
having some. Apparently, Krusk is having
His choice of words.
Okay.
The guy in Discord.
Krusk. Hello, Krusk. Is he out? Okay.
Oh, alright.
Take care.
Yeah. I don't think I did it right. Yeah,
Or
I'm
just
gonna
looks at Milo and mumbles to himself. He clearly didn't learn anything from what I just demonstrated.
I'm gonna hand Coraline the sack of money, this pouch of money. Like, yeah, I don't, I got something different from you. I don't think I did it right.
Well, seeing as you got what we came for, I'm just go back the way we came. You try and get the guys out of this.
All right.
I'm gonna sort of pretend that like, oh, who is this person?
Oh,
And
hey,
what is he
hey.
doing with his hands? It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna like move out of the bush and just like walk next to like Husk and Esk.
Heskin Krusk, yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, yeah. Oh, I see you got new members. Cool. Yeah, we need more for the cult.
You
Always need more new members. Yeah.
have you been? Are you part of this cult? Have you been member long of cult?
Yeah. I've been in this cult for about a year now, and I'm gonna like just like, no, I'm lying. Like right next to like right at Hester.
Ah, then
Yeah.
then you can perhaps teach me how to do
So
the face.
you wanna join us? All right, here, hold on. Let me show you a real dirty look. Yeah, and he's gonna like try to give Hesk like just the meanest, dirtiest look that he can. Where is?
Corn, just seeing them distracted again, he jumps out the bush and
Yeah.
starts
There you
to
go.
make his way down the path.
Get like this like really grotto look coming from this like very childish looking face. Like almost like a kid pouting in a way. It looks like.
Oh, that is a good, scary face. I am so intimidated by your.
Intimidation. Yeah. There's a reason why I'm not in the park. I'm one of the behind the scenes kind of guy.
Oh, you got me. I was behind the scenes trying to do my job, and yeah, you found me. How are you two doing, cultists? You
Oh, I'm
recruit
doing
these
great.
guys too?
I'm ready to give you a dirty look, and that dirty lead fucking cultist looks over at you. Get out of here, you homeless person, as he gives you an intimidating look at advantage.
Oh,
At advantage as he steps forward, slaps the shit out of you, throws you this way with his slap as he does at advantage. And says, "Get these homeless people out of the park. I am spiritually enlightened. You can see my mask is glowing, can't you?"
I see something on you glowing, but not on your face.
Yeah, there's a big spooge right in his groin area. He's totally unaware of.
Quarren, having cleaned his hand finally, comes down the path and just yells out to the other two, guys, what are you doing? We got an appointment. Come on.
what? Oh, we got another park to go to. Yeah, you guys are doing great at this park. We got to take care of the other park that's down there.
You're stinking right as he does his silly dance, his silly march all around the park, demonstrating ownership. This is a park for fascists and lovers of fascists. We love fascism. Do as we do because it's fashionable. See what I did there with the word fashion and fascism?
Wait, is that fun?
Oh, maybe it is. Oh no, he says, as someone rolls a d6 for damage. Boom, and everyone takes.
From the heavens above.
Super effective.
The god slaps him from the heavens above.
Thank God someone does.
Yeah, there are gods not being satisfied by this.
Oh man, nice job, everybody.
Oh, well, that was.
Come on, guys. What are you still doing talking with these guys? We're going to the yawning portal. Come on.
we got a lot of people at the yawning portal that we can give dirty looks to. Yeah. Definitely. We'll be back. So keep
We'll be here. You know we're not going anywhere. They can't make us leave. We know our rights. He looks at you with his troll look.
Yeah.
The trolls will always be here, guys. Yeah, this whole entire encounter is for the trolls of Roll20. Yeah, I got you, trolls, on a fucking leash. Well played, everybody. Nicely done.
Eye contact with the cultist on the right, and then nods goodbye and starts to walk away.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do my best Popeye impression and give them the ugliest grin I can before I.
Go for it. Roll me intimidation check.
Solid 10.
Oh, that is the most average thing you've ever done in your entire life. Go ahead, step away casually, sir. Act like nothing ever happened here. We know the truth.
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
I really love what you guys did with that. That was badass as hell. That was one of the best encounters I've had.
Well, I don't know if that's the word I'd use for it, but it was something.
Oh, it was bad. And that one happened at the perfect moment.
As distractions go, that was pretty good.
Oh, dude, best distractions ever, guys. You guys set them up, knocked them down, rocked it out. It's all about building up the fantasy world and using it to your advantage. And that's the fun of the game, guys. Really, you guys got it figured out. I can't wait till next week, guys. I'm bringing all this shit that we planned out this week to
Oh,
bear
no.
next week. I promise you. Oh fuck yeah, dude! I'm starting right now
I
watching.
hope the horses don't comes to call on me. Just to test out his faith.
Guys,
I mean, I
as
totally
a-
forgot about it.
Totally forgot. Yes, we immersed. No, this is our normal time. We usually run till about now. I usually run from 1 o'clock until now, but with Reng's thing, he wants to do from 12 o'clock an hour earlier, and then he needs to leave by 2 because his wife is like looking over his shoulder. So on that note, I'm trying to set up my scenarios with like a let's do a thing and then with a kicker at the end. You know what I'm saying? I got so many other things I could do at the table. We can like kick off in and to do without like fucking it up and like, you know, causing problems for him.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Focused and then like a couple hours with like weird shit, especially when you're doing something that is intended. I don't let anybody in from Roll20 to my main games because I never know when someone's going to pull some dumb shit on me and start sending me private messages and some bullshit in the middle of a game. I never know what's going to happen with people from Roll20. It never happens from the people that I vet properly that get into my Discord server, and I kick people out regularly. Simply have a conversation in character. That's a fucking deal breaker for me. And for some reason, people think, and I've seen it, Jim Murphy, badass old school DM. He teaches that he gets pissed off when players show up at his table. They don't even want to give him a fucking name. They don't have to have a name for my character. And that's just pathetic. You know what I mean? Like,
why wouldn't you want a name for your character?
That doesn't make any sense.
He's coming at it from old school. Our newest generation of players are really all about they've been influenced by Matt Mercer. They're trying to do role play. They care. They're doing their best, and it's amazing. We're in a golden age of D&D right now because of what's happening with Critical Role and stuff like that. Critical Role just put out a Kickstarter and raised $1 million in 40 minutes. Whoa. They raised a total of $8 million, and they're now producing their first all Matt Mercer's homebrew game that he did for their first thing. He's now producing that as a full animated series. They just got that paid for and funded 100% before they even start to go for distribution. Now, if you understand the cinema game and the TV game,
no, that is
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Big deal. So yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate that, and we're in a great moment right now. I'm a Twitch affiliate. I'm right now streaming on Twitch. I've got 4 viewers. The main thing I know is if we put out good stuff, if I can find a way to get people to support the table in simple ways, put out reliably good games, I think I can. Like I can't tell a young kid, hey, you should try to do this unless I'm sure he can like pay his rent by following my instruction. And I'm at the moment right now with D&D and this, and I could teach kids Tuck. And he's a young kid trying to get into paid DMing and stuff. And I've got him running a game. If you guys, Tuesdays, I think I'm going to run a game with him and let him run it with my players at my table. And anybody who's hanging out with us, you're welcome to join us if you're in with my group. The main thing I'm doing on Roll20 is getting to know people. I've got a very reliable process that I go through. Usually I use my process before I even let people into a game that's an ongoing campaign. But because of the rules of Adventures League, I'm letting this one go through that gambit. And Reng put me up to it, and I'm doing it. And so I've met you guys because of that. And so because of Reng, we're all hanging out together. So thank you guys. Nice to meet you all. And I hope we can play D&D again. It's been fun to be your DM. I'd love to hear any feedback you got. I do this regularly. This is my jam. This is my skinny. This is my Jimmy. This is what I do. I think after doing it for 10,000 hours, I should learn a thing or two. And yet every day I learn something new, guys. So if you have anything new to add to me that I should learn, please let me know. I'd love to learn it. Any feedback you got? Love to hear it. I love what I see the players doing when the players are doing things that are completely inspired by other players. I think that is the main job of me. If I can create a real world that you guys can bounce off of, like a romper room, like an insane person's padded room, then I think I'm doing the right job. How was it for you guys? Are you coming back next week? It's all about that. What's happening?
Yeah.
Well,
Always like-
basically everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I would say that's how D&D is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to try and reach into his pockets to grab the cash, and oh no, it's not.
The family jewels.
Yeah, you do have to learn the other half of the game. That is what I love to say. I teach people is like, yeah, you've only been loving half of the game so far. Once you encounter what we do here, you're going to love the other half of the game, which is failing. I want you to enjoy the whole game. Don't hold back.
Yeah. That's...
I don't
No,
know.
but I thought it was super fun.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
It's working out
Well,
great
welcome.
so
Nice
far.
to meet you. Brand, first time meeting you too. So nice to meet you. But we'll be here next week, and I'll be here every day. I run a session in about 3 hours. I'm going to pop one off, and we'll see what happens. I'll be here. But nice to meet you guys.
What session are you running in 3 hours, Frank?
I don't know. Probably just the
setting?
starter set. Same. Every single session I start is available. Anything can happen in it, and it is the Stranger Things and the Acquisitions Incorporated game. It's an amazing scenario.
Oh, so you're
Stranger
not
Things is
the
a great
introduction,
module.
Things.
Yep. Starts with the introduction, but it leads from there once people commit to making. You know, the thing is, I put out a lot of my games as free, and with those, you don't expect to see 1 out of 10 people out of the free game will come back. You know, once they know the supported table. But I do it because I usually have 1 or 2 supporting players that want to run a game. So I'll run a game so you guys can have a game. We can do a thing, and 1 out of 10 ain't bad. And I'm working on, you know, if it sounds like a challenge to me, you know what I mean? Like if I could make that 1 out of 10 become 2 out of 10, I'll be like, dude, I doubled it. So for that, I'll keep trying it. And when I'm not driving a truck, I'll be doing it. I'll be here.
We played like 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
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 Played 4 hours, but I've been here for 6 hours. What's happening? What do you ask?
Oh, for the Adventures League thing.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we'll have to look at all that. I think it counts.
Yeah,
I think it counts. You guys definitely got in it pretty hardcore at the end. I really like the role play that you guys and working together as a crew, super great and top notch stuff. Good lessons to be learned there, guys.
Well, Quarren's finally
Never get a
some
net
experience
one.
with sexual stuff. So, way to go.
Experienced is a great word to use. It's the other word you want to avoid.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
at least now, Corey, you know how to. If we're gonna try and help those dinosaurs stage, you know how to get it started.
That's a very important. Yeah, animal. Hey, you're ready for animal husbandry.
Oh.
Oh no.
We 10 round.
We're gonna go from animal handling to animal husbandry next week.
Well,
Tune in next week and see what happens.
it can't possibly go any worse than last time.
I guarantee you, we got 4 people watching that. They're gonna be back next week. Isn't Frank the? Oh, thank you, Virus Sony. Someone gave me the best. Thank you.
Oh, it's been fun, but I need to get going myself.
Oh,
No problem. Normally our sessions run about this long. I only plan. I've discounted these mainly because I was gonna maybe only do them for 2 hours, but I can't see starting a game at noon and ending at 2. I'm gonna go to 4 o'clock every day. So either way, we'll figure out something. I got so many side games I can throw at you guys that if for some reason we can't keep going with the game that we're on because we're afraid of like revealing something that we want to make sure everybody's together for, we'll do a side. I've got shitloads of sidebar games. So you're at the table with someone who's done this for 10,000 hours, guarantee you I can find something weird for us to do that will be equivalent to this this kind of thing.
I don't doubt that.
Cool. Take care, guys. Nice to see you guys that are new. And again, anytime, hit me up, send me messages. Let's talk if you guys have something else you guys want to do.
Cool. Well, take care, guys.
All right.
Yeah. Hope to play with you again.
Yeah, you too.
Everyone needs to get lucky.
3, you want to give me my revenge and darts?
Ooh, snap!
Sure, but I will be back in a
Grudge,
moment.
grudge match to.
I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna stay in this game. Stay in this game, and I'll bring you guys to
alright.
the yawning portal, and I'll turn on the actual dartboard.
Yeah,
This is
I'll be
you
back.
guys have been playing on the other dartboard on that black blade and bloody boar, but this one's gonna be. I'm setting this yawning portal up to be the yawning portal for that mission that you guys are gonna be the first ones to do. So this is gonna be fucking cool. So
Yeah.
and I really was like, I hope I'm not doing this wrong. I was so worried, guys, and I'm so happy it worked out.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
We're down to level 3. Nice.
Boom. All right, there we go, y'all. Boom.
I think you,
Dartboard.
Yeah, I think you. You
Oh,
can see the groups in Discord. I'm not in the Reng game thingy.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, you should be. Didn't you see it before? I thought you were rank 1.
Yeah, I am rank 1. I see it, but I don't have the tag on my thingy, whatever.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'll add you to it. I didn't know you just now joined it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah. No, that's
problem
good.
at all.
No problem. I'm glad to know. Boom. Yeah, I'm trying to work on making those a thing. People are after it, and those are great rewards. I can do those through Patreon. Smart way to go.
Yeah, that was the group I played the first session with.
Mm-hmm.
The thing you just posted in Mother's Milk.
Nice. Mother's Milk? Oh, did you not see it before? Next Thursday, 11 July. Yeah.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I hope DDP comes back, man. Those guys will be great if they can do it, man.
Yeah.
Make
and
what a
the bard
crew.
that claims advantage on everything and seduces the half elves.
Be good. Good.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be right back, man.
Cool. Yeah, I think unless trees are down to play.
Yeah. Sounds good.